Thank you very much. Siyabonga.
Siyabonga kakhulu.
Anisebahle on a Sunday.
You look beautiful on Sunday.
Siyanithanda niyezwa abantu abadala.
We love you, all you elderly.
It's nice to be here.
Kuhle ukuba lapha.
Kumnandi uba lapha? Yeah. Hayi siyabona ukuthi ngempela nisixolele to start very late.
We can see that you have forgiven us for starting late.
But we will try and recover the time that has been wasted ngale few minutes esiyimoshile.
Sizozama kodwa ukuthi sisheshise sisibambe isikhathi lesi bese sidlekile sikwazi ukuqhubeka futhi sibuyele emgqeni.
We know indoba we can't keep you long in the hall ngoba izigulo zethu amashukela high blood everything ayakhuphuka masesihlezi isikhathi eside esidulweni ne-arthritis isibophile manje.
We know ukuthi niyagula, some among us are sick, so we won't keep you here long. Some have different disease, arthritis, BP, so we can't keep you here long.
Maybe masikale ngokuthi sizazise singabobani.
I think we must start introducing ourselves.
Siyi-portfolio committee yakwa social development.
We are the portfolio committee of social development.
Thina singaba bantu abanimeleyo lapha eParliament eKundlunkulu eKapa.
We are the ones representing you in Parliament in Cape Town.
I used to say thina singobathi abantu, people are saying to us okanye to the Parliament.
We are the people who are saying, people say, representing the people in Parliament.
Igama lam.
My name
Ndingunonkosi.
is Nonkosi
Mvana.
Mvana.
All the way from Eastern Cape.
Nsuka ePhuma Koloni.
If you know Eastern Cape, kwindawo encane nje abayibiza. On time, nihlezi nibahle, nilindele ukuzwa ukuthi siniphathele ntoni.
I'm happy to see you here, elderly people, being beautiful, coming here to hear what we have to say to you.
Marihamba ne-community yonke. Themselves to you.
Ndizabanika ke ixesha loba bazazise apha kuni.
abahlonipheki nabo ke.
Goeiemorgen, dames en heren. Sanboran. Dumelang. Abshin. Minjani. As Jaros would say, on Stesen, on Siso. I'll say, Minai Kamalam Eugene Mtetwa.
My name is Eugene Mtetwa.
Many of you ningazi kulela lizwe lela langithi khona kemang yaburitse sweet love kemang yaburitse sweet love. Mar, today I'm not here to sing, I'm here on behalf of members of parliament as one of the members of the parliament.
Godwa namuhla angikho lapho ukuze ngizocula, ngilapha njengelungu laseParliament.
And we are here on a very important issue.
Silapha ngodaba olubaluleke kakhulu.
Siyazi ukuthi abaningi baye bathi abantu abadala sebebekelele kude.
We know a lot of you say a lot of people don't care about the elderly.
Because abaningi manje kukhulunywa youth empowerment kodwa akunamuntu othi elderly empowerment.
Because right now we are empowering only the youth as fugula abantu abadala.
Kodwa namhlanje size elderly persons empowerment.
Godwa namuhla sizokhuluma ngodaba lokufugula abantu abadala.
Which is the amendment bill on older persons' rights.
Okumthetho savivinywa omayelana namalungelo abantu abadala.
Angeke ke ngene kakhulu kulokho ngoba sazolandela iprogram, but I am happy to be here.
I won't be too much on that or indulge on that because we have to follow the program.
And I am humbled to be sitting this side on behalf of elderly people. Ngiyabonga.
Futhi ngizizwa nginelungelo elikhulu kakhulu lokuhlala phambi kwabantu abadala. Thank you.
Absheni. Mifugile. Lwabulabula kulo iJane wakaManganye.
Sanibona.
The one standing here is Jane Manganye.
Nerimina nwakaManganye.
I am Manganye. My surname is Manganye.
Na mina no un'wanyana wa komiti leyi ya social development.
I'm one of the members of the Community of Social Development.
Mtshama xitulu I burile ku ri hi huma le a parliament.
The chairperson has indicated that we're from Parliament.
Mina hi ndhawu la ni tshamaku kona ni huma a Northwest.
I'm from Northwest,
La dyambu ri pelaku kona.
where the sun sets.
Ni khensa ku mi vona hi xitalo xa n'wina la.
I am very pleased that you are all here.
Vo tala va mangala ku ri yini hi vulavula marimi ya hina hi kota ku ti kandiela hi ku vulavula ririmi ra ka hina.
Many of you might be surprised why I'm speaking my language or why we're speaking our language, but we're able to express ourselves in our own languages.
Hikwalaho hi fambaku na lava va kotaku ku vulavula marimi yan'wanyana va twa marimi lawa hi ya vulavulaka.
That's why we are accompanied by language practitioners.
A hi va ni na siku ra kahle ro nandziha.
May we have a blessed day and enjoy our day.
Hi kota ku nghenelela na mina phela ni un'wanyana wa khathele ya n'wina ni vonile loko va ni khoma hi voko mi ku eyi ku te na swikhegudyani.
Okay, we must be able to participate. I saw many of you coming in, were assisted by other people holding your hands.
A ku fanelangi ku ri vanhu van'wanyana va vulavula hi hina hi khegurile hi nga ri kona ka vona.
Okay. We must not allow other people to speak on our behalf as elderly people when we are not present.
So ni un'wanyana wa n'wina na khensa.
I'm one of you. Thank you.
Sanibonani. Ninjani? Molweni. Goeiemôre. Laat ek ook die geleentheid vat om die onze ou mense te groet vanmôre. Let me take this opportunity to greet our elderly persons this morning.
My naam is die Gangstok en ek is van Kimberley in die Noord-Kaap.
My name is Mr. Dikhanskok and I'm from Kimberley in the Northern Cape.
Ek is ook 'n lid van die komitee van die parlement van social development.
I'm also a member of the Portfolio Committee on Social Development.
Soos my ander kollegas al klaar gesê en vir die ou mense te bedank het om vandag saam met ons te wees. Ek is ook baie dankbaar om saam met die ou mense hier te wees vandag.
As my fellow colleagues have alluded, we are very grateful to be in your presence, the elderly persons. So I myself, I would like to say thank you very much for being, for being in your midst.
Is 'n baie goeie geleentheid om ons mense te sien, dat hulle so baie vandag vroeg hier is, om saam met ons die lede van die parlement van sociale development kom praat, om die probleme wat onze ou mense het, en hulle se huise of hulle se behuising.
It's a great opportunity for us to be amongst you, the elderly people, more so that you woke up and came early to be in this meeting.
Ons is hierso om te kom luister met al die probleme wat onze ou mense het. En ons is ook hierso om seker te maak dat die human rights van onze mense, die probleme wat hulle het, die abuse probleme wat hulle het in hulle se huise, met hulle se kinders, laat hulle ook part wees van die bill. En die bill wat ons besig moet is, dat moet ook geïmplement word van die parlement.
We are here to listen to you because we are the parliament of the people. And please state all the issues that you are facing and the challenges that you are having, even the things like abuse and so on and so forth. Because this bill must, the challenges that you are facing must be included in this bill.
Baie dankie.
Thank you very much.
Sanbonan? Ninjani?
How are you?
Igama lami ngu Bridget Masango.
My name is Bridget Masango.
I am also the member of this Portfolio Committee on Social Development.
Nami futhi ngiyilungu lale committee yezokuthuthukiswa komphakathi.
I would also like to echo what my colleagues have said.
Ngithanda futhi ukuhamba emagameni oza kwethu.
Of thanking you all for having not even gone to church this morning.
Okunibonga nonke nangokuthi namhlanje anivukanga futhi naze naya ngisho emasontweni.
Just so that you could hear what it is that we are bringing to you today.
Ukuze nje nizozwa ukuthi siniphatheleni namuhla.
I am looking forward to the engagements.
Ngibheke phambili engxoxweni zanamuhla.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, honorable members. Bake sifake isonto ingoma lesonto. Usawulizela lapha ya. It's Sunday today. Athanda le ithi. Wabakhela incaka. Wababiza bonke uNowa, wabakhela inqanawe, wathi imvula iyeza, ongena Nowa. Wababiza bonke uNowa, wabakhela inqanawe, wathi imvula iyeza, ongena Nowa. Sithi ngena, sithi ngena.
Wababisa
ukuthi sihamba no Trumpis.
We told you that we are with Trompies.
And kusegoli la uyabuza ukuthi wawusiyaphi egoli ungumntwana.
We're in Joburg, it's being asked.
I can see abogogo how they can dance.
Yabona gogo bayadansa.
Can I ask ukuthi where is the person who is doing his sign language batu?
Cela ubuze uba uphi lo muntu wenza i-sign
Uhlezi
language. Uhleliphi?
Oh, utolika ngemuva.
Oh, is that the back?
Oh, utolikela iTV manje.
Interpreting for the TV now.
Mabogogo. Ni live eTV ni yabona njengoba ni dancer so.
Elder-
Abazukulu banibukele eTV. So
Elderly
you must
people,
all smile today.
elderly people, you must know you are live on TV today, so you must put on a big smile.
Ekugcineni sawucela uTrumpis aka Steve vavum.
Lastly, we will ask the trumpets to just give us,
Much as he said that he hasn't come to sing today,
njengoba bethilo ke bengazange uzocula namhlanje
kodwa
ezosebenza.
ngoba ngiyabona ispirit sabogogo siphakamile nabomkhulu. So uzakasiculela sidansise kancane.
Because I can see the spirits of the elderly is very high today, so I can just give it up to him.
Let's hope everyone unesitulo sokuhlala manje. Now we are relaxed. Maybe we can also send a few these ones that are in the middle, so that
So
all
cela-
those people that are standing there bazole lonke ophinyezela isizandla for the TV. Hayi ke asiyazi ukuthi soyithini leyo nto.
Ezawucela uxuthwe ke izitulo zaphakathi. Asazi ke sothini ngalo utolika ngezandla.
Izitulo ezila in the middle ziphungulwe so that everyone at the back ahlale phansi.
You can take a few chairs from the middle so that everyone can be seated.
Bantu abadala senivile ukuthi ngendlela esinithanda ngayo, you can see indoba everyone is free to speak and use the language that she is comfortable to use.
Njengoba besenibonile ke abantu badala ukuthi siyanithanda, nabani na uvumelekile kwaye ukhulekile ngasebenzisa naniphi na ulwimi akholelwa okanye aziva ekhulekile ukulisebenzisa.
Ngiyabona ukuthi siyaprata la,
Can see that we're speaking Afrikaans.
ngiyabona ukuthi siyabuwa,
Can see that we're speaking Sesotho.
siyathetha,
Tswana, we are speaking isiXhosa.
siyakhuluma,
We're speaking isiZulu.
and we are all coming from different provinces.
Susuka kumaphondo hlukeneyo.
Konje ke sebeyitshila ukuthi why are we here today?
They already said why we're here today.
The honorable members have already said.
The honorable members have already said why we're here today.
Yeah, so xabana nawe wena. So bazali njengoba sisitsho sithi sizise isihlomelo mthetho sabantu abadala ngoba le bill size ngayo le amendment iseke ngo2006 ingumthetho mari we felt ukuthi there are gaps ezifanele ukuthi sizifilishe to make up lento ngoba abantu abadala bayahlukunyezwa kakhulu lapha ekuhlaleni nasemakhaya.
Having said that, we have come with the Older Persons Amendment Bill, so that the act was already put in 2006, but we have seen that there are gaps in the bill, in the act, so now we have come to you so that you can have an input on it.
We won't be long, Mara. We will give one of the honorable members to summarize lazy clause that we have come for. Sininikezile iphetshana, those that are able to read, bafunde, those that are unable, banikeze abo grant ekhaya, babatolikele the clauses esizozilungisa ukuthi zifite ginci kulolu hlukumezo lwabantu abadala.
Asizubabade ke kodwa omnye wamalungu ahluluphekileyo sinapho kulo committee uzawukwazi ukuthi anicacisele nje kabufutshane ngesize ngako namhlanje kodwa kakhona namaphetshana that we have come with. You can just look on it and read. If you are unable to read, you can give it to your grandchildren. They can read it for you and explain it to you, but we have just come to put this bill to you today.
Kodwa I will be failing if angino introduce a team that we are with.
Ndizobeke andenzi kakhulu uba andichazi iqela esihamba nalo.
Sine staff sethu esibuya lapha eParliamente abachwethezayo. The reason yokuthi simane sikhuluma different languages senzela ukuthi nabo bakhona ukuchwetheza izinto zonke sizithethayo because we will be taking all what we have agreed upon sikuse eParliamente kuzokhona ukuthi masiqede wonke ama-provinces siwajikeleza sivumelana ukuthi nansi izinto abantu abadala abazikhulumileyo.
We have a staff from Parliament that is recording all that is being said today, all the inputs that are put here today, so that when you go back to the Parliament, they can just present whatever that has been said today.
Yenziwe umthetho.
That will be put into pass as an act.
Bantu abadala ke masicele labantu babuye eParliamente bangabancedisi nathi esibuya nabo baphakame nje bawavishe.
Can just ask the people from Parliament that are assisting to just wave and greet the people.
Bashayeleni izandla.
Clap the hands for them.
Thank you very much. Sihamba
Siyabonga.
naye no Chief Director abesimbiza ma civil. Ubuya khona lapha kwa social development yena. Sisikhulu esikhulu esiphethe bonke labo nonhlalo kodwa yena ujongene ngqo kunye ne department okanye unit yabantu abadala.
We are with the Chief Director, Mark Silver, who is with in social development, who is in the unit that is specifically for the elderly persons.
Siphinde sihambe kunye naba basiculelayo pha bafaka izinto bona abade benze kunye no YouTube bapha abanye ngibabona abanye bapha abanye but they must wave laba bebesiculela i-national anthem.
We have people from technology units such as YouTube.
Sinabo naba bazawustolikela in different languages, Afrikaans, Sisuthu, Sizulu njalo njalo.
We have interpreters of different languages.
Mabawavishe.
They must wave.
Khona nalo okhuluma nge-sign language akiri siyongezile i-sign language ukuthi yangeze kwi-languages zethu esizisebenzayo and manje seyisayiniwe leyo nto by the president. Nangwa ya empinyiliza
As we know that we have sign language, the 12th official language, we have a sign language interpreter at the back busy interpreting there.
Akiri njengoba benthe kuni ni live. So whoever is at home but is unable to speak and also ukuthi nayo uthethe sign language kwenzelwa yena lapha e-TV abonwe.
As we say that you are live on TV, it is made possible for that those who are at home who are deaf that can be able to understand and hear what is going on in this
Even
place.
if unoyi-one obonayo ukuthi ukhuluma ngala language esingakakhoni ukuyichana kahle angahamba ayohlala next to that lady so that ezwe ukuthi sikhuluma sithini la.
If there's one who's using sign language around here, can just go and sit next to the sign language interpreter so that he can understand what is going on.
If ukhona ke ongezwa kahle naye angayapha so that akhona ukuhlanganisa.
Anyone who's deaf can just go there and be able to listen.
Yes. Konje ke lama clauses esize ngawona la. Ngifuna ukuthi masicedile ukwenza le summary that is going to be done by our honorable member. Sibuye size la. Kwi-TV kanye ke ngokuqobelo lwayo. Ube so usmilile, uzibhukuzile, bawumama ngathi anibhukuzanga nini. Where is your powder ni pampers ni ifake ne rouge? Sebegin mazikhutshwe manje i-TV rate. Nize la ngaphambili nikhulume ukuthi do you agree or do you reject? Niyayisupporta lento esize ngayo or aniyisupporti? The second thing, fanele uqale uzi-introduce, uzitsho ukuthi ubuya phi, utsho ukuthi naku okunye enikushiyileyo lapha eParliament enifuna niku-edishe. If ufuna ukuthi sikususe usitshele sikususe. Mara uqale ngalezo nto zibalulekile zokuzi-introduce and also usixelele ukuthi you support or you reject le bill size nayo. Maseyicediwe ukusanyarayizo.
After the summary of the honorable member, we would like you to come front with a big smile and we're able to express and put any input on whatever that you feel that is not comfortable to you or that is your challenge, and you come in front with a big smile. We'd like you, just after she has finished, to come forward.
They must open up their bags.
Please, you must open a bag and
And
you say your
up-
name
up
and
them.
introduce yourselves with your name and your
Put
surname,
their route.
where you're coming from, if you support the bill or you reject the bill. And please powder up and make your makeup look nice.
Siyazwana ne? Nabantwana ekhaya abasele, if bafuna ukubukelwa ngabantwana bavula YouTube.
If you have children at home, they can just tune in on the YouTube channel, they'll be able to watch us.
If abantwana bakhona ukubuyela YouTube, social media nje yonkana, that is Twitter and other social medias. Niyavela laphayana, so you must be cute and nice, ne?
You can go to the social media platforms like YouTube, Twitter, they can just go there, they'll be able to see what is happening here today.
I will give over ke manje. Ndiniwonishile ne, ningathandi niwonishana. You can see on how I smile, eh? So you must also do this. Then, so nikeza Honorable Manganye, just to do the summary of the clauses zona izla. Because fanele sheshe manje, eh? Sunday, Sondag.
As we proceed, I'll give to Honorable Mangaye. You will smile as I smile. You see how I smile? You'll do the same. Let me give over to Honorable Mangaye.
Because of smile. What are the key amendments to address the challenges? I'm going to dwell on the amendment only.
Okay, ni ta hlamusela ngopfu hi leswi hi nga ta vulavula hi swona kumbe ku tatisiwa ka nawumbisi lowu nga kona.
The key amendment in the bill includes strengthening the protection and prevent of abuse of older person.
Inhloso yalo into inhloko ezobichitshiyelwa lapha kuzobe kubheka ukuthi kuqiniswa kanjani ukuvikeleka kwabantu abadala.
Strengthening of coordination mechanism between the government departments,
Uqhamuka nezinhlelo ezivela kuhulumeni ezizosiza ngokubambisana ekutheni kuvikeleke abantu abadala.
eliminate of harmful traditional practice, including witchcraft, accusing against older persons.
Uqedwa kwemikhuba engemihle nje eminye yayo enjengokuthakatha kusolwe ukuthi abantu abadala bayathakatha.
Oh, making provision for recognizing the responsibility of older person,
Uqhamuka nezinhlelo ezizokwenza ukuthi abantu abadala baqashelwe.
in passing intergenerational knowledge and wisdom.
Ukuthi badlulisele phela ulwazi nobuchule abanabo babudlulisele esizukulwaneni esilandelayo.
Enable the Minister of Social Development in consultation with members of provincial executive
Ukwenza ukuba ungqongqoshe noma ungqongqoshe wezomnyango wezokuhlaliswa kwabantu ebambisene namalungu esifundazwe
to make information available and counseling on non-communicable diseases,
enze ukuba ulwazi litholakale kubo bonke abantu ngisho nelwazi oluphathelene nezifo.
strengthen registration and monitoring of residential facility and community-based care and support services,
Aqinise futhi nezinsiza ezibhekelela abantu abadala lapho behlala khona kanye nezinsiza ezisiza emphakathini abakuwona.
safe removal of older person to a place of safety,
Ukuthathwa kwabantu abadala basiwe ezindaweni lezi eziphephile abazohlala kuzona.
inclusion of a person who has been maltreated, abused, neglected,
Ukubandakanya abantu abadala abaye bahlushwa bashiwa dengane banganakwa nabo bafakwe phakathi bangashiwa ngaphandle.
or degraded by a caregiver or a family member as a person in need of care and protection.
Lapha sikhuluma ngabantu abaye bahlukunyezwa abantu ababanakekelayo kufanele babanakekele noma mhlambe ezikhungweni abakuzona bashiwe banganakiwe.
Extension of the definition of physical abuse to include unlawful detention.
Ukuchaza futhi leli gama lokuhlukumeza emzimbeni ukuthi liphinde libandakanye libe banzi kakhulu lihlanganisa izinto eziningi ezithinta ukuhlukunyezwa kwabantu.
Medical sedation or shackling,
Boshwa kwabo njengoba bekuleso simo.
deprivation of nutrition or medical care,
Ukuncishwa ukudla okunomsoco noma ukuncishwa imithi yezokwelapha.
neglected or exploitation of an older person in any manner.
Ukunganakwa nje kwabantu abadala noma ngisho ukuxhashazwa kwabo okwenzeka nganoma yiphi indlela.
Thank you, Chair.
Siyabonga sihlalo.
All right, siyabonga Mama Jane, asimshayile izandla.
Thank you Mama J. Let's give her a round of applause.
All what Mama Jane was reading, clauses esize ngazo la kini bantu abadala.
Konke lokhu Mama J abekufunda yile mithetho esize ngayo njengoba size lapha kinina. Those are the clauses that we are here for to you our elderly.
Siyathokoza okanye siyayibulela encourage into yokuthi abantu ababhale i-written submissions bazingenise lapha etafileni.
We will be glad if there are those who have written submission to take those submission and submit here in the table.
Let's agree ke ukuthi if something is personal and is very confidential, awuzi uzoyikhuluma la in the embokweni, uzohamba uye ku social worker wakho. Asange sibaziso social worker bakhona la endlini.
Asivumelane ngokuthi uma kunento ekuthinta ngqo noma into eyimfihlo awuzi uzoyikhuluma here on this seats here, but we must discuss that with your social workers. Are there any social workers here in the
If
room?
there are any social workers, cela baphakame babonwe ngabantu la endlini.
Uma bekhona ama social worker noma osonhlalakahle, let's ask them to stand so that we can see them.
Asibafuni ke ngemuva, they can't lead at the back, fanele bezela ngaphambili or bezela ekaleni kodwa babuye la emuva. Sicela nithathe izitulo zenu.
We don't want them at the back. Let them come here in front or here in the side. Please take your seats and come this side.
Ukhona umuntu obuya provincial department.
Is there
Abulise
any
apha
person?
sibuya khona makaphakama abantu bambone awavishe bambone.
Ukhona umuntu ovela emnyangweni wesifundazwe, sicela sukuma phakamise izandla ukuze bambone abantu.
Omunye ngulo nangu
The other
mama.
one is
Niyambona ne
Hope you
akiri
can see her.
uhulumene uhluleke kathathu akiri.
You know that the government is divided in 3
Ukho
spheres.
uhulumende wekhaya, local government,
Kunohulumeni wendawo, a local government.
kubekho iprovince,
Kube khona wesifundazwe.
kubekho unational thina ke esibuya khona.
Bese kuba khona okazwelonke. We are coming from that one.
Wozani ma social worker.
Please come
Nizoyithola
beside
kanjani
social
nihleze koneni?
How are you gonna get it if you are sitting there in the corner?
Niyaqala ukubabona.
Is it the first time seeing them?
Bantu abadala niyaqala ukubabona abo social worker beni. Abanye niyabazi ne? Abanye anibazi. Nizobazi today.
You will know them today.
Mabezela ngaphambili.
Let them come here. in the front.
Ungqongqoshe wabo umuntu obaphethe nangu ehleli ngaphambili.
They
If
are
bayashonela bazawubona.
Their
Hlalani la
minister is
ngaphambili hayi
here.
khoneni.
Please come this side, not in that corner.
La
Here.
sinifuna la.
We want
Hlala
you
hlala
here.
nalapha nala ngaphambili.
You can come sit here in the front.
Akiri singabo today muse.
Because we are here because of
If
them.
abaniphathi kahle nibakile namhlanje
If they mistreat
Nah,
you, now
yibosi
it's
yabo.
time to say that.
If baniphatha kakuhle nibancome.
If they treat you very well, please say it.
That's-
Commend them.
Ukhona umuntu obuya kwa SASSA la?
Is there anyone who comes from SASSA here?
Wayivisha mama.
Please wave your hand.
Sifuna umholo wethu akiri. Asirholanga.
We want our money. We didn't get our pension
Sizamkhinya
money.
yena samshaya ngempela ngithi.
We are going to hit her. Really.
Ngiyathokoza abantu abadala.
Thank you.
Let's hope for the best. Ababengayitholanga imali yabo
Let's-
nge5th bazayithola la weekendini mara uzasitshela kahle kahle ukuthi what happened ukuthi sihlale la size silale ema-post office silale ema-tenteni for days singawutholi.
But she will tell us, let's hope all those who didn't get their payment, they will get it soon. But she was going to tell us why we had even to sleep over there in the queues waiting for our money.
Zi-social workers lezo sihlezi lapha.
Are also the social workers here?
Ozani.
Please come.
Sanubavumela emva kwenu banganibeleli.
Don't allow them to sit
Abangazifaki
behind you.
ekhoneni. There's a space up.
Kunendawo lapha ngaphambili.
Okay. Na indawo lapha phambi kogogo.
There's a space there.
Bantu abadala
Elderly people.
kukho aba bantu basithi abaphakanyiselwa izandla.
There are people who are with us, who are here.
Siphakanyelwa izandla, siphakanyisiwe in meetings thina.
There are people who are elected. We
Like
are
ourselves.
we were elected as the
kunzima.
portfolio
Utsima
committee.
lapha ekutolikeni, eh? How I wish angeke ndibe yitoliki. Then there are those that they said, I hereby beg to apply.
There are those who applied for the job.
I hereby beg to
Wese
apply.
abathendi lapha ndizocela umsebenzi.
Umsebenzi. Ngabo laba sibazisela ngaphambili.
Those are the ones that are here in the front.
So I want you to differentiate between ourselves as parliamentarians and also as people that are serving in the Department of Social Development.
Ndifuna ke na-
Ngiyatolikela ngoku.
Ndifuna ke nahlule ukuphakathi kwethu thina silapha phambili abaseparlamente abanyulwe ngabantu naba baye baqashwa baqashelwe kwa social development abasibabeke ngaphambili.
Between the members of parliament and also the employees of the Department of Social Development.
Phakathi kwamalungu aseparlamente nabantu abaqashwe ku social development.
Nangoku umehluko bazali.
There's a difference there.
Thina sibheka ukuthi bona benza kahle na ngale mali simane sithi uhulumeni uthi bona.
We monitor if they're using their finances well as the way they're supposed to be doing.
Bona ke benza umsebenzi lo bamane bewukhuluma bathi senzile lokhu senze lokhu sibuza ukuthi lokhu ya wayiningane kwenzanga.
Then they report back to us that this is what we have done and ask them why they have not done this and that.
Phambili pha I use not to differentiate between the department and the members of the parliament. That's why I'm taking this opportunity to explain to you ukuthi kanje kahle kwenzekelani la.
Ngaphambili ndandingazi ke ukohlula ukuthi ngokwesebe lisebe okanye ngamalungu eParliament bakwenze kanjani na. Ngoko yilonto ndinicacisela namhlanje.
I'm giving you an opportunity ke to raise your hands.
Ndinikeza
Nizowuthi ukuthi you support the bill or you reject the bill.
Ndinikeza
Ndinikeza ithuba lokuthi nicho nixhase ukuthi niyaxhasa or if niya rejecta ni rejecte, if nifuna ukuthi ni add you add, if you don't want to add ni subtract or nize nezinye that you want eParliament sizithathe. Kodwa thina siyi portfolio committee yakwa social development.
we are the
Siyazwana ne?
portfolio committee of social development. Can you
Izandla phezulu.
understand me? You can raise your hands.
Ukhona umuntu obuya kwamasipala la?
Is
Urhulumente
there anyone
wekhaya?
coming from the municipality?
Ukhona umuntu obuya kwamasipala wekhaya la, local government? Akakho ne? You must remember ke ukuthi there are things ezifanele ukuthi zibe zihoywa ngumasipala apha ekhaya zezilocally. Sizonyanzeleka ke sizithathe, sizinote, simnikeze ulocal government okanye uhulumeni wala ekhaya.
Is there anyone coming from the local government? Because there are some issues that needs to be attended by them. But if there's no one here, we'll take those inputs that you have put and we forward them to.
I am also reminded that we haven't managed to get someone who wishes to welcome us, even if ungubani ubuya kuphi, even if ungu chairperson we older persons forum, or whoever aze ngaphambili asamkele thina siyazamkela ke ngoba
Singacela
sibona
kungabe
isikhathi.
khona umuntu ongaze ngaphambili azosamkela noba ngubani na ozivayo azosamkela.
Thank you very much ma.
Siyabonga,
Over to
mama.
you. Samkele mama singekazamkeli sesi. Sure, thank you.
My name is Kidi Mufube,
Igama lami nguKidi Mufube,
the outgoing chairperson of Johannesburg Older Persons Forum.
usihlalo osezoyeka weforum yase Johannesburg.
I wish to welcome everyone who came to Gauteng today in Joburg.
Ngithanda ukwamukela wonke umuntu oze lapha eGauteng eJohannesburg.
I know the most important people here are my older persons.
Ngiyazi abantu ababaluleke kakhulu lapha abantu abadala.
Siyabonga mphathi.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Chairperson.
you.
Brief and to the point.
Udiwotlile mabala ngwe.
Sisenokuphinda siyafuna. Ungaba wena uthi so uzawuphuma.
O ka re o ka kgutla hape.
Hayi why you kutolika so court ithini lento ithethayo. Ngithi usihlalo lo uthi sezawuphuma in the position singaphinda sim-elect aphinda
We can re-elect the chair that's saying this is outgoing. We can re-elect again.
All right. Uma sefikile uyiwani konje ngubani owesibini nguye yedwa ofuna ukuthi uyasupporta or uyarejecta nguye
There's
yedwa
only one person in the front.
iza
Is there anyone who wants to comment?
sihlalo sezawuphuma.
Chair who's outgoing.
And then the second hand, any language that you are free to use, you are free.
Naliphi
Afrikaans, Tswane, Tsonga, Slobedu, Swati, Xhosa, ungeza ngaphambili. Baphelele ne? Hayi siyashesha le egoli. Woza ma.
Looks like we're going to be short.
Awuzizeli ke la esitulweni
You don't
kungathiwa
just come
ngawuza.
to the chair.
Ngiyazi ukuthi mangithi ngiyabheka kancane ngizobona le queue seyifika ngasemnyango.
I know if I can look at the other direction, the queue will be very long.
Khona wokugcina this
Is
side.
there anyone else?
Okay, asiqhube nalaba. Wozama emic-ini
Please
phakamisa
come to the microphone, Mama.
uzitsho ukuthi ungubani. Introduce yourself. Uya kuphi?
Tell us your name.
You support or you reject?
Tell us whether you are support or not. Why it's here,
Morning.
Dumelang.
Igama lami nguSara Kubheka.
Lebitso la ka ke Sara Kubeka.
Okay, igama lami nguSara Kubheka.
Lebitso la ka ke Sara Kubeka.
Ngirepresenta iJoburg region,
Ke
older
emetse
persons.
sebaka sena sa Johannesburg. Batho ba
I'm
baholo.
also an outgoing executive at Johannesburg Older Persons Forum.
Le nna ke mothating wa ho tswa kopanong ya
Ngizocela
batho ba
permission
baholo.
ukuthi ngisebenzise two languages, isiNgisi nesiZulu.
Ntumelle ke bua Senyesemane le SeZulu.
Sithanda kuqala ukubonga. We are humbled to have been invited in this parliamentary
Re ikutlwa re tlotlilwe haholo wena modulasetulo hore be re mengwe hore tlotla re ba mona
amendment
parlamenteng.
ye bill older persons.
Moo ho tlo fetolwa bili ya metsofe kapa batho ba baholo.
Sibenenhlanhla ukuthi siyithole 3 days ago and sikwazi ukuthi siyifunde
Re bile lehlonololo la moteaphala hore be re ile ra e fumana matsatsing a mararo a
and
fetileng,
sikwazile
re ra e
ukuthi sikwazi ukubona ukuthi iziphi izinto esingazamukela nesingafuni ukuthi sizongeze singabantu abadala.
mme ra bona hore na ke dintho di feng tseo re tlamehang hore re di amohele re tlo di eketsa kapa re tlo di fokotsa.
Siyabonga kakhulu.
Thank you very much.
Okokuqala
Firstly,
section 1
in section 1
le ebeni chazile
that I talked about,
esikufisayo njengoba le bill izophasiswa siyacela ukuthi ingapheleli namhlanje yehliswe to the local level kube ongoing in service ezobe iqhubeka ifundiswa abantu abadala.
As this bill is going to be passed sometime later, our request is that please, let's not end here. Let this also be shared even to the local
And
government.
also interpret iprintwe in all African languages.
Futhi phinde ihunyushelwe kuzo zonke izilimi zaseNingizimu Afrika.
Engibonayo okuselele siyamukela ibill bokuqala.
First of all, I want to say we also agree and we accept the bill.
But ishiye abantu abadala blind, braille.
But it hasn't included people who are elderly,
Older
the
persons.
braille.
It must also come in a braille form, this bill.
Sicela ukuthi le bill uma iza ngolimi lwebraille.
Okulandelayo ngangiziba mude because bakhona nabanye abazofaka input.
We understand that there are also people who will come and put their input.
We have seen lapha ukuthi onke ama departments akhona kwi amendment azosiza ukulela ukuthi abantu abadala bangasahlukunyezwa different departments.
We've noticed that there are also interdepartment that will also work hard in order to protect all the older person not to be abused.
The challenges now, our local municipalities are not on board. They're not supporting older persons programs properly.
Inkinga esibhekene nayo ukuthi ohulumeni bendawo lapho baphansi esikubona abayisekeli abekho lapha kulokhu njengoba siya phambili kuzo zonke izifundazwe.
Siya submita challenges esinazo kodwa asitholi uncedo kwesikhathi siningi.
We ngaso sonke isikhathi siyazithumela ingqinamba neinselele esinazo but we don't get help many times.
Okugcina,
Lastly,
sicela ni include kule property egcineni niyabona lapha egcineni uF lekhuluma ngamalungelo ukuthi abantu abadala babe nema properties.
please, may we ask that you include in that property right at the end, you see that one regarding property, so that all elder persons can have properties.
Ama financial institutions are abusing older persons.
Ikhungo zezimali zibahlukumeza abantu asebekhulile.
Sicela nabo babe on board in this bill.
Sicela ukuthi nabo bangashiyelwa ngaphandle
Because
kulomthetho sivivi.
Sinama cases, outstanding cases, abantu abadala abaye baboshwa illegally, detention illegally, be-owner izindlu paid off, mabeqeda ukuretire.
Because sinezimo zabantu abadala who have been arrested and detention, but after their house were taken.
Ngizogcina lapho ngoba nginikeza ithuba nabanye bathole ithuba lokukhuluma.
I think I will end there so that I can give others the opportunity
Okay,
to
you can
speak.
submit all what you have written, ngoba ubhale kahle, or uthathe le draft nyana. Bazayibhala ngendlela right so that we.
You can submit or write what you have there and put it there so that they can put it down correctly.
Thank you very much, ma.
Siyabonga kakhulu mama.
Okay, my name is Kidi Mufube. I'm also coming from Johannesburg Older Persons Forum.
Lina la me ke Mekidi
Mufube.
Mofobe, make it to our Johannesburg Older Persons Forum.
We support the bill,
Resegetsa molaotlhomo ono.
but there are the following that we want you guys to take care of.
Me gona le dintlha tse di latelang tse re ka ratang gore le di ele tlhoko.
We learned that the caregiver, you want people with qualification.
Re lemogile gore fa go tloa mo motlhokomeding le batla motho yo le gore o na le dithutego.
I think presently about 80% of the caregivers, they don't have the qualification that you need.
Ke akanya gore gone jaanong mo e ka nnang 80% ya batlhokomedi ga ba na dithutego tse lo di batlang.
And the government promised to train them, but the training disappeared after 2018, I think.
Me puso ina masolofetsa go etla ba thapisa me gone thapiso eo ile a nyelelela ka bo 2018.
The other thing that we want the portfolio committee to take care of,
Selo se sengwe gape se re ka ratang gore komiti ya portfolio e se ele tlhoko.
the abuse of finance, it must be there because most of us are abused financially.
Go dirisa botlhaswa ga madi go tshwanetse go ele tlhoko ka gonne re akanya gore ra sutliwa fa go tliwa mo tirisong ya madi e e diriswang botlhaswa.
The other thing that we are happy with
Me se sengwe se le gore re itumelela sone
is the interdepartmental assistance that we are going to get as the older persons.
ke thuso e re bonang go tswa ko di mafapheng a tshwaraganeng a dirang tiro mmogo a thusang rona bagodi.
Currently, the only people that we know that they assist us is Department of Social Development,
Gone jaanong lefapha le re le itseng gore le re thusa thata ke lefapha la loago,
Department of Health,
lefapha la boitekanelo
the Department of Sports.
le lefapha la metshameko.
The others are just folding their arms.
Me fa ile mafapha a mangwe one a ituletse fela ga ba dire sepe.
The other thing that we wanted also to talk about,
Se sengwe gape se ne re ka rata gore re bue ka sone,
we are happy that the police, SAPS, is part of the people that are supposed to assist us.
re ipelela gore ba sepodisi ke bangwe bontlhangwe jwa batho ba ile gore ba re thusa.
Most of the time when you go to the police station,
Nako di le dintsi fa o ya ko station sa sepodisi,
the police don't want to assist us with abuse of older persons.
baponisi ga ba tle gore thusa ka go sutluwa ga bagodi.
Lastly, because there are other people,
Me la bofelo ka gonne gona le ba bangwe mo morago ga me.
I am happy with the processes when you have to terminate the service or terminate funding for the NPOs.
Ke itumelela thata ditsamaiso tse di dirisiwang fa go tshwanetse gore go kutlisiwe ditiro tsa ditiro tse di dirwang ke ba di NPO.
I think all of you knows what happened in Gauteng.
Ke na le tumelo ya gore la itse gore ke eng se se diregang mo Gauteng.
The Premier of Gauteng terminated the funding for all the NPOs.
Tona kgolo ya Gauteng o ile a fedisa thuso ya madi e newang di NPO.
We had to go on strike to ensure that they bring back the funding.
Kana ra tshwanela gore dire ditshupetso go tlhomamisa go thuso eno ya madi ya boa gape.
Unfortunately, for older persons,
Me ka maswabi mo batho ba ba godileng
the service centers
ditirelo tsa ditheo tsa ditirelo
and the luncheon clubs
mmogo le di-luncheon
are
clubs
still not funded.
ga di bone thuso ya madi.
And that information,
Me tshedimosetso eo
it's really ensuring, it's making older persons to be so stressed.
e dira gore bagodi ba ngomege pelo.
We need to understand why we had active aging program.
Re tshwanetse gore tlhaloganye gore re na le active aging
Because if
program.
the active aging program is not practiced,
Ka gonne fa ile gore active aging program ga e dirisiwe,
people like us, we would be somewhere, I don't know.
batho ba tshwana le rona ga re itse re ka bo re le kae.
I'm 67 years old, but no one can say.
Ke dingwaga di le 67 me o
And
ka seke wa
thanks,
bua.
and thanks to to active aging program.
Me re leboga thata active aging program.
Thank you so much.
Re leboga go menagane.
Hayi siyamphinda. Siyambuyisela. Simela kahle.
Ndiyabulisa ngalentsasa namhlanje.
I greet you this morning.
Igama lam nguFrans Gwaza.
My name is Franz Gwaza.
Ndisuka komanye wamakhaya ndizacela ukungalitsho for safety.
I'm coming from another institution, but for my safety, I rather not say.
Kwikhaya.
In the home.
Angizwa kahle. Sinamaphoyisa la. Maybe khange ngisho ukuthi masiwabulise. Aphi amaphoyisa? Ubusecurity wethu. Sihamba namaphoyisa la. You must talk free now ngebulisa. Others are outside. Siyambopha umuntu ohlukumeza omunye la inside.
There are police are around, even at the back, so
It's
must we
something-
feel safe?
If it's something personal and sensitive, you are right. Ungayikhulumi la. Ungakhuluma nje usicela unonhlalo wakho. Right. Kodwa apha phakathi we are protected back and forth.
Ukhuselekile apha phakathi, ukhululeka nje tata.
Sure.
Kangangokuba bendingacela ukuba ndivile ukuba kunama-social worker khona apha phambili ukuthi mhlawumbe nke ndidibane nabo okanye nomnye wabo sihlale phantsi
I've heard that the social workers around.
But coming back
Can I have an opportunity just to talk to them so that I can express my issue?
coming back kwibill
Ukubuyela ke
Ke nda-
kumthetho oyilwayo.
ndiyayibona ndiyayithanda imnandi qha inama-loopholes.
I see it, I love it, but I can see there are loopholes.
Must start from section number 6
Starting from section number 6,
sidibanisa no-15 ndizathetha ngazo
eh,
zombini.
number 6 and 15. I'll talk about section number 6 and 15.
Apa ku-6, C, 6C.
In 6C,
Play a role in mediation and
Play a
conflict
role.
resolution. Apa,
Akazwanga utolk, yambona nje ukhupha amehla kathi.
play,
mhlambe siyam, mhlambe isiXhosa sibamba siyabaleka.
I can see we are
Mandile
tether.
section 6C.
Enkosi dadethu.
Ma-
Yuselani Mike uphi umuntu?
Okay.
Umude ubaba. Ubuya kweliphi ikhaya pha emakhaya wena uyabona?
Which home are you coming from?
Ndiphume Eastern Cape eMatatiyane.
Emaclear.
Yeah.
Ematatiele.
Imatatiele.
Uwa hawufela mos. Ha. Why ungabuyi? All right.
Okay. Ndicinga uba indlela yokuthi kube khona ama-social worker okanye igovernment yonke le nto leyo ukuthi amakhaya angaphasalaki angahlukani. Ngoku masijonga apha kulo section iyalandeleka yonke into qha kukhona lama-loophole endithetha ngawo la ngathi enza kube ngathi kuthi phasalala. Okokuqala into
As I see that the social workers will come to take care of the issues at home, but I see that as I'm talking about the section, that there's a loophole there. This is what I will be talking about.
umzekelo uzagijima uhambe for i-domestic violence uhambe emaphoyiseni ufike ucele ukuthi naku babese besenza kwenziwe i-protection order.
For example, you go to the police and report the issue about
I-domestic
domestic
violence.
violence.
Then bakhombe kula office apho kuyokwenzwa i-protection order application.
They will take you to the office where the protection order application is done.
That application izathathela ixesha layo usahleli kule ndawo ophatheke kakubi kuyo okanye obethwa kuyo.
That application will take its time while you're staying in that place where you are being abused or not feeling good about it.
And then maseyithethwa kube khona mhlawumbe le nto into ukuthi masenze mediation so that sibe ne-conflict resolution kule situation.
When it's discussed, they'll say that must make a resolution, mediation between us so that there will be a resolution about it.
Ndizaxolisa nje ngoba mhlawumbe ndizase ndibe ngathi ndithatha ixesha ndiyaxolisa.
I'm sorry, sir, that maybe I'll take time.
And then what happens is kulo mediation uthanda ukuthi makuze ikhaya lonke likwazi eclan okanye umndeni wenzele ukuthi masewuhleli udibana kubonakala bakwenzekani. But now at the end of the day ayizukwenzeka lonto nangona sawuvumelana apha ekhona masesifika ekhaya isenzeki lonto.
In that mediation, the family will be called and the whole clan will be called. But when that happens, there will be no resolution to the problem that was put before when we go back home.
Then akho follow up ekhona yi-loophole leyo.
There won't be any follow-up. I see a loophole there.
Then wena muntu obukula position uhleli mandithi bowusemanzini abilayo ngoku uyaqotswa.
Whilst when you're in a hot pen, you'll be at home and you can't do anything about it.
Kufike kwinto ukuthi ke ngoku amaphoyisa uyowaxelela amaphoyisa wona athi as long as kungekabikho i-interim okanye i-court order asinawo amandla ukuthi singenza ntoni.
When you go to the police, they'll tell you that as long there's no crime being committed, their hands are tied, there's nothing that we can do to assist.
Now mafamba uhambe home so ugqibela take for instance in my situation segqibela uhambe uzisa ke ngoku home uyozifihla ke ngoku.
In my situation, I decided let me just go and hide in a home so that I can be safe.
Kwenzekani emva koko?
What happens?
Phelile.
It's finished.
So umthetho lona ngathi ngaba nama clause athi ama follow up apha senzani. Like
I would like this act to have clauses that there'll be follow-ups.
ukuthi apha sizawuthi apha sithi ekugqibeleni nansi resolution ithathiwe kuso.
So that there'll be steps followed so that the can go to
resolution.
a resolution.
Ndicinga uba ayindimndodwa kwi-situation endasandiza apha ndithi makhe ndiyiveze because really mna as a person mna ndicela i-social worker.
I think I'm not the only one who's being affected by this, but I think we need a social worker. I'm here asking for a social worker to assist me.
Uthi ubuyaphi baba?
Where are you coming from?
No, khona ngoku ndinendlu apha eSoweto,
Ubuye Soweto,
Soweto.
unonhlalo wase Soweto area ukuphi?
but ndilapha eCoronation Valley andifuna ukudisclose ukuthi ntoni apho
I'm in Coronationville
kwihome endikuyo.
in a home.
Yazi yini? Now I hear what you are saying.
Ndiyakuva uba uthini ke ngoku.
Khaya wam. Ngeke bak abuse ndikhona.
They will never abuse you while
Wena
I'm here.
ufanele uye ku chief director ngqo. So that I case yakho nayo yonke into. Le act inazo I sections where apho I explainayo what is it that needs to be done in. The only thing you follow up. So ufanele si check ukuthi social worker wakho ahambe if une case number with you uyidlulise lapha ya etafuleni and then ungqongqoshe lo chief director uzokwazi ukuthi uyifaka kuphi sithe faka straight kucele ubaba ucela uyambona lo phethe amaphoyisa if amaphoyisa wayilandeleli siyisa straight kuyena asincedisa asinike update ukuthi what is it that is taking place.
I think you must go to the deputy director
I
that can lodge
also
a complaint
want to
there.
thank you ndingabulelanga njani so sithethi sobulele kodwa nje it's few abantu abangobaba abaza angaphambili bathi ndiyahlukumeza ngoba siyashayana thina bomama shaya amadoda yeah
Thank you for
ke.
coming forward because most men don't open up when they've been
Civil.
abused. Because us as women, we do hit men or abuse
Ngicela
them
ujikele
and
ngapha
assault
nje
them.
kwe-stage ngapha ngemuva baba jikelani lapha ngemuva kwe-stage because fanele
Say
athathe
you
all
can go
other
behind
things
the stage
azokhona ukuphendula.
because he will be able to answer you from that side.
Huh? Uthini civil thethe? Umama lo wase province makasincedise. Oh,
Ngidinga
khona.
umuntu ozothatha lonke lolo daba umama
Shona nje
wesifunda
ngapha kwe-stage
uzosiza.
so that
You
singanizwa
will go
ukuthi-
just behind the stage so that we don't hear what you are saying.
Akungeneki? Ningahamba ke nihlelani nibheke ngapha
You
ya.
can go on the other direction.
All right. Olandelayo ke?
The next one.
Zikhona ezinye izandla?
Are there any other
Woza ma?
hands?
Woza
You
nawe
can
baba.
come, ma'am, and you say,
Ninsithile bethu ninoba nibasithile naba bantu bala. Woza
you can come
ma
also.
ogqoke iskipa esigrey.
The lady in a grey t-shirt.
Ngene etwini.
You can go into the queue.
Khona omunye?
Is there anyone else?
Ma bendithe ubukwa yi-TV ubukwa yi-YouTube. Susi mask
I
kaloku.
said you were on YouTube
Incothule
and on TV.
altogether.
You must remove the mask.
Sizothi une-COVID thina sikuxotshe la.
We will say you have COVID and then we will chase you away.
Uzobuya uyifake ma wami.
You will put it back again.
Baphelile ne? Okay.
Is
Thank
that
you.
all?
Thank you. I greet you all
Ngiyabonga
in the name
nginibingelele
of our
nonke
Lord
egameni
and
lenkosi
all
yethu.
protocol observed.
Futhi ngiphawule bonke abakhona.
Okhuluma la uMajiri Manganye
My name is Marjorie Manganye.
wase
Osaphi?
Alexandra Township.
Nayi isihlobo sakho.
I'm from Alexandra Township. These are our people from Alexandra.
Itokomeleng Association
Ngivela
for
kwinhlangano
Care of the
iThokomeleng.
Elderly. Mina ngiyayisupporta i-amendment bill
I support this amendment bill
ngoba
because
iyasiphakamisa,
it uplifts us.
isipha i-dignity.
It gives us dignity.
Thina singabantu abadala.
We as the elderly people.
Isipha nomgomo wokuthi
It gives us the mandate
sikwazi ukuma sizikhulumele.
to stand up for ourselves and speak for ourselves.
Mina ke yimlo owaqala iThokomeleng 45 years ago.
I'm the one who started Itlokomeleng 45 years ago.
Ugogo omela una 92 years.
The granny who's standing here is 92 years.
Khawubhekele kancane ma abechopha usisi lo usithe abantu la ngaphambili.
Can you
Chopha
just
nje.
move a little bit because you
Kodwa
are
ke
blocking other people?
ngothando esilutolayo
Shayela izandla madoda.
Can you give her a round of applause?
Nina nizawufika ku 92 years.
Will you get to 92 years?
Hey.
ngothando esilutolayo
With the love that we get
kubantwana abangama social worker
from our social workers,
be Department of Social Services.
from the Department of Social Services.
Abeza njalo unannounced.
They come every day unannounced
Bazothi gogo
to say,
La?
Granny,
kwenzeka
what is happening here?
kwenzeka njani la asenze kanje asenze kanje na kanje.
And they will tell us what to do, this and that.
Ama social worker enwaqashe manje
The social workers that you have hired now,
asingo ma desk social workers
akubona abantu abahlala nje ematafuleni.
bayaphuma
They
bayasebenza.
go out, they work.
Mina ngisebenze kudala nama social worker amaningi eclinic
I've been working with a lot of social workers in the clinic
yase Alexandra.
in Alexandra.
Lama social worker nawo manje benza ama home visit.
These social workers that you have, they do the home visits.
Ngizanitshela thina eThokomeleng sine home based care.
I will tell you about Itlokomeleng where we have the home-based care.
U-social worker we department uyeza
The social worker of the department comes to our place
azohamba no sister wethu
to go with one of our sisters there
ahambe ne social worker yethu
and go with our social workers
bahambe benza i-home based bahambe bengena ukuthi niyabazi laba bantu
to do a home-based
bayeza
visitation.
la kini
Do they come to your places at home?
kuphuma amaqiniso.
And the truth will come out then.
Manje ke ngiyabonga ngakho konke lokho
So I just want to thank you because of all
ngoba
of that,
niyasiqhuba.
because it uplifts us.
Thina e-Alexandra
We in Alexandra,
yindawo encane
it's a small place.
sinama old age home amabili kuphela.
Cela uphinde
Only
gogo.
2 old age homes. Joseph Gerald
Sine Joseph Gerald, neItlokomeleng.
manje ngakho konke lokho
Because of all of that,
ngibonga nina enithe nahlala la
I want to thank you, all of you who are in front here,
nasifundisa nasenza ama students
who taught us and made us students.
sahlala sakwazi nokubhala.
We were able to sit and be able to write.
Konke lokho kwenziwa ngothando
This was done by love,
eninalo.
the love that you have.
I support this amendment bill fully.
Ngiyawusekela lo mthetho ochibiyelwayo ngokugcwele.
Amen.
I
mama.
thank you.
Thank you.
Siyabonga.
Sesukufotile nase TV nini.
We have taken pictures of you even on TV.
All right, ma. Olandelayo.
The next one.
Igama lami ngubusisiwe Ngubeni.
My name is Busisiwe Ngubeni.
La representa iSoweto Home for the Aged.
I'm here representing Soweto Home for the Ages.
That's right. Ukuba kwami la ngibonga kakhulu ngoba singabantu abadala. Ngempela sihlukumezeke kakhulu.
I'm happy to be here because as elderly people, we are abused a lot.
And si abused nje, besingazi ukuthi sizoya kuphi, kumuphi umnyango, kokote kumuphi umnyango.
Being abused, we didn't know where to go to.
Ngoba uya emaphoyiseni,
Because when you go to the police,
police station bakuthatha ngazuthi ugogo une dementia or une Alzheimer or somewhere uyabona bangakutreat nje. U end up ufila ngazuthi uyi victim.
At the police
I mean uyi perpetrator instead of
at the police station, they don't take you serious. They think probably you have dementia. At the end of the day, you end up feeling like you are a perpetrator, actually.
So, njengoba le bill ngifundile ngibe ngaba excited kakhulu. But ngazibuza umbuzo oyi-one ukuthi, is it going to be implemented limited le ela izosetshenziswa na?
Since I did read the bill, the question that I have is that these things that are written on this bill, will they be implemented?
How do you get these people, ubathola kanjani, labantu ukuthi bayenze lento ohlukumezeka ngayo, like going to the police station, uyo reporter or ini, uma ungatholi uncedo, ubenza kanjani ukuthi babe responsible?
How do you make sure that the people that are written on this bill, they are responsible, they do exactly what is written on the bill?
Case, okay, why you reporter, ma?
Do you have a case that you've reported?
Do you have the case number?
Uma ngabe ufuna uthanda ukuthi elaborate further.
I don't elaborate, but it's funny case number.
No, I don't.
You don't
Because
have
iye
it.
yaphela. Ngize mina ngazifunela i-lawyer. Ngafuna i-lawyer, ngifola umndendo, ngafuna i-lawyer yiyo solvela leyo case.
I ended up getting a lawyer so that the lawyer can help me. I don't have the case number right now with me.
Mamela ke ma, mawuqeda la. Uye phaya kuyoli, unikeze i-number yakho, so that mawufike ekhaya, usinikeze le case number. So that silandelele, marise kwi attorneys or lawyers. Zobona ukuthi how do we get in, because ngeke siphazamise ilento ka information uyayibona mos. Kodwa nangu ya uyoli.
When you are done, you must just go to that table and ask for Yoli, and then you'll give in all your information. We'll want a clarification, because if it's at the attorney, your case, we cannot interfere in the matters of law.
Wena umthetho sekela njengoba ngufuna ngiyawumukela kakhulu.
Since I read this bill, I support it.
Ngizoqala la ku caregiver.
I want to speak about the matters of caregivers,
Ukuthi kufanele ukuthi kube nama qualifications,
that they should have qualifications,
which is kusemqoka kakhulu.
which is very important.
Kusemqoka kakhulu. And then my question is, laba abaseba practice khona manje without any qualification, what are we going to do now?
The ones who are practicing right now, what are we going to do with them, because some of them don't have the qualifications?
Are we going to give them training?
Are we going to give them a training?
Baqeqeshwe, and then nabo bazoba nayo le qualification le
So that they also
edingekala.
can have the qualifications that are needed in this bill.
And okunye excited ngakho futhi
Another
kakhulu,
thing that I'm excited about
ukuthi abantu abadala, abantwana laba abancane bazawu understand ukuthi abantu abadala banolwazi olukhulu abangalincela la kithi.
Another thing that I'm excited about is that our grandchildren will know that we have a lot of knowledge that they can get or absorb from us.
Ngoba akusho ukuthi njengoba sikhulile nje ulwazi asinalo, and sinolwazi olundlula lolo lweGoogle.
That doesn't mean that since we are older, we don't have Angithi-
knowledge. We have
angithi-
knowledge more than Google,
Angithi
actually.
bayagugula, and thina lelo esinalo, alukho la ku-Google.
Our knowledge that we have is not listed or written in Google.
Yeah, so bengingathanda nje ukuthi abazukulu bethu nabantwana bethu bazisondeze kithi.
I would like our
Bazokwazi
grandchildren
ukuthola
to
ulwazi.
come closer to us so that they can absorb this knowledge.
Bayeke ukuthi abogogo bayathakatha.
To stop saying that the grannies are practicing witchcraft.
Yeah. Inyathi ibuzwa kwabaphambili. Sisho thina ngesintu.
Indlela ibuzwa kwabaphambili iqiniso. Okay. Ngiyabonga.
Thank you very much.
Ma, I am excited, yes, of all what you are saying.
Ngijabule kakhulu ngalokho konke oqeda ukusho.
Kodwa ngenxa ye-unemployment enkulu that we are encountering up in South Africa,
But because of the unemployment rate that we are encountering in South Africa,
and sibonile upresident wethu eza ne-BRICS for ukuthi kube ne-investors ezovula imisebenzi for abantwana bethu nabozukulu.
we saw our president coming with the BRICS summit so that we can have job opportunities for our great
So I don't think it will be wise for ukubaxotsha labantwana sebekhona already there.
Angicabangi ukuthi kuyoba ubuhlakani ukuthi sibaxoshe uma sebekhona.
Kodwa what is critical is for them to be able to read and write.
Kodwa kubucayi kakhulu ukuthi kumele bakwazi ukubhala nokufunda.
I know ukuthi ma-centers ethu are recruite nje ama-volunteer most of the time.
I know that they've recruited only the volunteers most of the time.
But it will depend on ilentuka yakhe, i-competence yakhe, whether she is good or he is good kulo msebenzi awenzayo.
But it will depend on the competency of the person if they are good on their work.
Ne-experience yakhe ukuthi how long enani lapha kwi-center.
And it will depend on the experience on how long the person has been on that center.
Then it means, huh? Then it means lowo angatholi training. Akhone ukuthi abe ukwelizinga that we want ama-caregivers ukuthi atrainwe for ukuphatha abantu abadala. Bangabahlakathisi abashawute bababhekise ngapha nangapha.
That means if we have such kind, we'll be able to absorb them and train them. They should not scold them and treat them badly, the elderly.
Yeah, siyazwana. I am happy of what you have said. Iyangijabulisa kakhulu. You know, I feel that I am in really Johannesburg manje.
Ngijabule ngalokho nikushilo futhi ngiyezwa manje ukuthi ngise-Johannesburg.
Most of the input that enizisile, it has never been mentioned kwamanye ama-province. Nizana new things altogether.
All that you have mentioned, it has never been said in other provinces. It's the new things that you are mentioning right now.
Ndiyavumelana nalante ethi wawusiyaphi eGoli ungumntwana.
I agree with this matter when they say, why did you go to Johannesburg whilst you were a kid?
Ukhona omunye othunakeleyo ocabanga ukuthi angeze queen?
Is there somebody who would like to say something, who would want to join the queue?
This will be a last round, Batu.
Kuzoba ukugcina-ke lokhu nginicela ukuthi manifuna uzosho uvo lwenu.
Akiri sisalinde nokuthi uTrompis akasishukumise kancane ne?
We are still waiting for Trompis to give us a little bit of some dance.
All right. Kuwe baba, Nkosi, yabo.
You can talk, sir.
Ke tla qala ka go le dumedisa kaofela bagolo go ya ka ditulo tsa lona.
Let me greet to you one and all according to your positions.
Ke a e thabela bili e ka mokgwa e leng ka teng.
I'm so happy about this bill as it is.
E a bontsha gore nne e le kgale rona batho ba bagolo re kwaletswe.
It shows that it has been long, we elderly being neglected,
Re sa tsebagale
being unknown.
ka gore ne go bolelwa ka bana most of the time.
Because every time we talk about youth,
And ha o le motho o mogolo ne go etsagala gore ngwana a ka nna a o etsa ntho e nngwe le nngwe e a e batlang.
and as a senior citizen, it could happen that a child could do anything that he wants to do on you
Ka gore a wa tlhokomelega.
because nobody cares about you.
Yaanong go a thabisa go lemoga le go utlwa le go bona gore le a re rata le a re tlhokomela.
Now it's good to see that you do love us, you do care about us.
Yaanong ke so e kgakala gagolo
Without further wasting time,
Ke rata go leboga Mekidi,
I want to thank Gidi,
o e leng tsela ya rona e e kgonneng go re fitlhisa mo re leng teng kajeko.
who is our guide and who has guided us until this day. Okay, Gidi,
Oh, aphinde animshayele izandla madoda.
please clap hands for her.
Yaanong ke re Mekidi,
Now I said to Mekidi,
gola o re phelele.
please long live Mekidi. Long live.
Siphilele kidibone mani kili. Kili siphilele.
Long live Mama, long live.
Awu anika kayazi lento ethi siphilele kili siphilele.
Fela o se ke wa khokhoba ka gore ha o ka khokhoba o tla pallwa ke go tsamaya.
Please continue healthy because when you're not healthy, you won't be able to walk.
Yaanong gape ke leboga di-social worker tsa rona tse di re tlhokometseng ka metlha le ka matsatsi.
A word of thank you to you social workers because you care for us daily.
Ke re ba se ke ba kgathala ka mosebetsi o ba o etsang mo go rona.
Please don't give up on the work you're doing on us.
Gobane batsofe ba kgathatsa, re a kgathatsa ka di-complain tse re dulang re na le tsona.
Because as elderly people, we demand a lot and sometimes you can get tired from our demands.
Ka gore batho ba bagolo nako e nngwe o kgona go se bane le nnete.
Because sometimes we as elderly people, we are not so sincere.
Yaanong ke a leboga, ke leboga gagolo ha le re tlhokometse. Go na le lebaka le e leng gore ke rata go le highlighta mo mo ntshong eo, mo 7A.
I want to say thank you and I want to go straight to the point here in 7A, section 7A.
E bolelang ka financial abuse.
It talks about financial abuse.
Go na le mahodu
There are thieves
ba ba utswang ditšhelete tsa bagodi.
who steal the money of the senior citizens.
Ba mahodi ao ke di-money lenders ba ba bitswang gore ke matšhonisa.
And those are money lenders, normally called by machonisa.
Ke kopa tshwarelo ha ba le teng mara nnete ke nnete.
They should forgive me if they are here, but the truth is the truth.
Ka gore o tla kry-a gore
All right baba ngishilo ukuthi kunamaphoyisa ne?
I said that the police,
Azobabopha nalo baskopara nala matshonisa.
they will arrest them here
Abantshontshe imali
who
yenu.
steal your money.
ka gore le ha re eme kae re emetse diphei tsa rona ba tla le dipampitshana ba batla go tshonisa batho ba bagolo ba re ha e le motho o mogolo ke percent bokana ha e le motho a sebetsang ke percent bokana.
Because you see, even when we are waiting on the queue for our grants, they will come with their forms and want you to join them, and they will tell you if you are a senior citizen, you will pay this percentage, and if you are not, if you are working or employed, you will pay this percentage.
Yaanong rona tšhelete e re e fiwang ke mmuso
But now the government grant to the senior citizens,
re batla go e ja re iketlile re sa tshwenyo ke motho.
we want to enjoy it without any interference from anyone.
Yaanong ke kopa gore go bane le molao wa go binda batho bao gore ba tlogele go ja tšhelete ya bagodi ba
Therefore-
ba nkela le dikhate le di-ID ba ba phedisa boima mogodi a be a tle a feinte.
Therefore, my request is there should be a law that regulate those people because they steal our money. They will even take our IDs and our cards. And now you find the seniors, the elderly persons are struggling because of those things.
Baba kanye kanye lapho kulondawo. Usube uyowuthini wena kumatshonisa. So uthathelwa ama-ID namakhadi nje. Uyaphi kumatshonisa?
What is your problem? Why do you go to the machonisa, the money launderers?
And if bakhona lapha amaskopara nabomatshonisa, amaphoyisa mawabize iveni abathathe ngoba abantu abadala bafanelanga babanikeze imali. Fanele unganikwa kwakunikwa.
They should not even give you that money. If they are here, the police should arrest them right here.
Yaanong ke kopa go bolela ka tsela e. Ha ke so nke matšhonisa mara ke bona batho ba bagolo ba tlhora ka baka la batho bao.
I haven't.
Yaanong ke ba utlwela botlhoko batho ba bagolo.
This is not my personal experience. I have never taken money from Mashonisa, but I see many of my fellow senior citizens who borrow money from the Mashonisa, and they abuse them this way, and I feel pity for them.
And ba bolawa ke tlala batho bao.
All right. Bakhona bogogo baziyo abathathe imali kula matshonisa bala. All right, angeke ubakhulume lapha espeakeni. Ambo batshela i-social worker yakho ikuphi? Ikhona la?
Where is your social worker?
Ambo ba reportela ku social worker ayoba monitorela athathe lama ID nama bank book abo so that basinde ekuchabalaleni.
The social worker should take over. Is it working?
All right.
The social worker should take over because she's the one who, or he's the one who will have to go and get retrieve those cards
And monitor the
and
situation.
and monitor that situation. Thank you.
Manje ke yaanong ke kena mo e nngwe.
Taba e nngwe ke
Ke kopa gore ne rona re le bagodi.
as senior citizens,
Le re fe chance
please give us a chance
ya go ruta bana
to teach our children,
le ko dikolong.
even at schools,
Gobaneng go na le botitšhere ba ba retirileng
because they are retired teachers
ba ba ka kgonang go ba ruta di-subject tse di itseng.
who can teach them certain subjects.
Some are not teachers, but they've got a knowledge of something.
Baba se matitjhere empa ba na le tsebo e itseng.
Yaanong re rata gore ne re le kopa gore le fe batho bao chance to root out everything else but to plant education but nothing else into the small pitcher's mind.
Therefore, we'd like to ask you to give those people a chance so that e le hore ba ka kgona hore ba fetisetse tsebo ho bana bana.
Gobane tsela e botswa mo go ba ba leng ko pele.
Because those who have experience can better guide the next generation.
Yaanong ke tla rata go leboga la bofelo ka sebaka se le mphileng sona ke kwale polelo e gobane re ka ya lolo ke a leboga.
I would take the whole day, but right now I want to say thank you very much.
All right, Baba. Ma ubona ukuthi you will take the whole day. Lezi nyonga zikhulumanga ziselapha kula tafile.
If you think there's other things, you can go over to that table. I'm done.
Oh, already.
Done. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Come over, Sisi. Hey, ubunyanisile lo muntu ebe raise indaba ye braille. Manje siyayibona ukuthi it is necessary. Ukhulume kahle ntombi, i-mic lapha in front of you. Just come closer a little bit. Yes, uright ke ungakhuluma.
Ndicela ubulisa kumuntu wonke okhoya apha ekhaya.
I'd like to greet everyone who's
Siyabulisa,
here.
Ndingumama ongaboniyo.
I'm a blind person.
Ndihlala endaweni yabantu abangaboniyo.
Sikancane sesihlala lapha phansi.
I'm staying in an institution for blind people.
Igama nguCikizwa Doreen Buyathandutho ngesingesi.
My name is Tsigizwa Doreen. We can use any of the names.
Apho ndihlala khona. Kuleyo mzi ndihlala kuwo wabantu abakhoyo abadala.
In the home where I'm staying for the elderly people,
Sixubile sizinhlanga zonke.
we are mixed with different cultures,
Nationalities.
different nationalities.
Ingxaki endiyibonayo ba ayide ixazululwe endicela uba mayisesixazululeka ke namhlanje
The
yile.
problem that is not solved, that I would love to be solved today, is this.
Ukhetha-khetho apha embaleni womntu.
Favoritism.
Racism. No racism.
Yamtolikele makutulo
Racism.
Racism.
Ngoba phapho ndihlala khona akonqeni omhlophe atsho kumathi kafuru.
Where I'm
Senje bathi
staying,
nelo gama
the
phaa
wife, the white will call me
Yi-nickname,
Kafer.
uyi-Kafer.
The white will say it's a nickname and call you Kafer.
Angonqeni ukuthi akudala kubamba phezulu nweleni.
It will just be easy for him to just grab you
Futhi
in
apho
the
ndihlala
hair.
khona umuntu omnyama nje beza bembambe apha enweleni. Amane kuthiwa ubona uba seyilanguage imandi apha ezipasejini mane kuthiwa sehare sehare.
As they will grab you by the hair, they will say, your hair, your hair.
So ndiyacela mama uthe xa uzazisa wathi uphume eParliament.
When you introduced yourself, you said you were coming from Parliament.
Khawutsho kwezi social workers zisebenza kwi-homes abantu aba-mixed uba mabake bacheke le nto uba iphi ngoba ezinye izinto xa befikile azithethwa.
Please tell the social workers who are working in the institutions where there are mixed races that they must raise these issues because these things we don't talk about.
Azithethwa.
Imake, ubuyaphi? So that
Where are you coming from?
Ndihlala eJohannesburg,
Hayi apho
Society for
ubuya.
the Blind.
I'm coming from Johannesburg Society for the Blind.
Ise ikuphi ila eJohannesburg?
Where is it?
Apha in the south of Joburg mandibe ngolo hlobo.
South of Joburg.
Semazansi eGoli.
Sifuna usocial wakhona sondele.
I want the social worker to come
Senjuba
close.
bendicela uba masese bethunana makaphele lo sehare phaa ekhaya futhi makaphele nalo kafuru phaa
This
ekhaya.
Kafer and this hair must come, must be finished.
Phansi ngoseyare phansi. We are all South Africans la.
Singaba sezansi
Nalo
sonke.
mate osoloko ethethwa mate makaphele.
Lento
Ngoba
yokubizwa
thina abanye
sihlobo
siyaphumezela.
sihlobo mayiphele ngoba thina
Siyashoshozelwa xa utshoyo.
When you say that, we don't feel good.
Andikho ndaweni right kanti ndisendaweni right.
I feel undermined when you call me sihlobo or
Then
mate,
to
mate.
ibill le efundiweyo namhlanje, no, everything is covered and I'm happy about it. Ndiyayisupport.
Ndiyonwabela ke le bill kwaye ndiyayixhasa yonke into ethethiweyo ngaphambili.
Ndiyawubulela uMzantsi Afrika uba nathi singabantu abadala siyabona uba nathi siyahoywa.
I thank the South Africa because we can see that they're being taken care as elderly people.
Enkosi.
Thank you.
Siyabonga mama. Mari sizwa kabuhlungu yes. Yeah,
we feel
from
your
the
pain.
experience, I remember my mother. She was in the old age, Apoba mixed corn. And manje, she didn't understand the Africans. She wanted to go home because of the language that has been used. Ebengakhoni nokuya kuma meetings because they were all brat and not translate. So that is not accepted. Social work, sizawuzwa ngawo impendulo ithini. Thatha phayo number zakhe iyakhona. Fanele usixelele ukuthi utshintsho lukhona, what have you done about it? Because you have to visit that old age home. Siyabonga mama, siyabonga, siyaxolisa kakhulu. Kuxolisa even ourselves singenayo ibraille. Ngoba njengoba besetshilo abantu before you ukuthi ibraille mayibe khona at least so that you are able to read it.
We apologize, Mama, that we don't have braille so that nikwazi nani ukuyifunda.
Sanibonani.
Greetings.
Okhulumayo ubusisiwe from the organization Ikhaya Lothando.
My name is Busisiwe from Ikaya Lotando organization.
Okay, ngilana ngokuthi ngiyayijabulela ibill.
I'm here to say that I'm so happy with the bill.
Into enginewariyayo ukuthi izosebenza na.
My only concern is it going to work?
Ngoba sineyindawo around iJoburg.
Because we have places around here in Johannesburg.
Ongathi noma uyiqalile i-community service but ungakhona ukuyenza ngendaba yokuthi asinayo iland umhlaba asu-own.
That even if you decided to start or initiate the community service, but the problem is that we do not have the land.
Uma ukhansela uyakubona ukuthi wenzani, akunikeze iletter ethi temporal occupation, ukuthi usebenzele kuleyo ndawo.
Your councillor realize what you are doing and he will give you only the temporal permission so that you can work on that area.
And then uma kufika isikhathi so uthi ufuna nawe ukuthi indawo uyisebenzise ngokusemthethweni,
And when times comes when you want to use that area officially,
uma uya ku JPC, uJPC uzakunikeza uyiapplyele indawo.
if you go to JPC, JPC will give you an opportunity to apply for that place.
And it will take years.
Kodwa kuyothatha iminyaka.
And then kufuneka i-compliance kuze uqhubeke nokusebenza.
And they will need compliance so that you can work there.
Awukwazi ukuba ne-compliance, awu-own iland, awuyilisi, akuseyakho, uyithola njani i-compliance?
But you can't have compliance because you don't own the land, it is not yours. So how are you going to get the compliance?
Kulapho kunabantu abalidingayo lolo ncedo lolo ongazi ukuthi uma uthi uyayekela ubayeka kuphi, because inidi eyayenza ukuthi uqale isukisa sekhona.
That's the problem. As we speak now, there are people that even if you think that, no, let me just leave this thing, but now I can't do that because these people, they still need help.
Orange Farm,
Orange
a
Farm.
transit area.
Ubani social worker wase Orange Farm?
Ubani usonhlala kahle wase
Ngoba
Orange Farm?
uhulumeni wala ekhaya akakho. And
Because
wena
local-
makuvotwa next year kufanele uyovota, ne? So that uhulumeni akhona ukunenzela lezi zinto ngoba umhlaba ngosisifanele siufumana la umasipala. And mawuvota uvote right, eh?
The local government is not here. And
Ukhona
if you
social
need
worker
help,
wase Orange Farm la?
is there so Orange Farm social work here?
Nangu ya.
Oh, there
Kufanele
she is.
ubhalise ke ma akuncedise ukuba umasipala how far is it nokuninikeza iplot ngoba senivele niya operator manje ne?
For
16 years. 15. Yo. Nangu yake uya offer ukuthi uzokunceda ungahamba kancane uye kuyena ubhalise yonke detail ne information, that is the contact number, acheke nomasipala. Siyazi ukuthi kuphethe apha umuntu osanda ungena nje sihlalweni bekuphuma lokungene lokuphume lokungene lo. Nasi isandla ngemuva uyi social worker ma?
Are you also a social worker?
Ufuna ukukhuluma?
She said they have the same problem.
Same problem. Nomunye lo wa ophakamisile sichopha ke ma uzawubeka umcimbi wenu nonke. Nomunye lo phakamisile kwase Orange Farm.
Same problem. Inkinga efanayo.
Same problem. Oh nonke nibuye Orange Farm. All right. Liyo kuphela into obuzayiphakamisa yeplot.
Enye isicelo ngabantu abahola imali kaSASSA. Bengicela uSASSA akakazama ukuhambela le ndawo ezibolekana ngeimali emall. Khona ezama China khona into engasayitholi. Uza umuntu bathi udonselwe yonke imali. Baphinde bamnikeze enye bamboleke next month baphinde. So ngicela angazi nama ngaze ngihola uSASSA but
ngusasa
no ama cash loans abasema mall. So bengicela ukuthi bake bahambele bacheke ukuthi kwenzakalani ngento yasema mall ngoba baya ngokuya abantu abahola iSASSA abaholela abantwana abogogo baya ngokuya bangena enkingeni yemali ngendaba yalama lokhuzana avuliwe ema mall. So ukuthi kanti ayikho percentage eshoyo ukuthi umuntu makahola uSASSA imali mhlamba angayenzi loan iba imalini kunokuthi athathelwe wonke umholo wakhe makahola.
Yes, siyazwana ukuthi umama wakwaSASSA ukhona. Woza ma? Woza.
I can come.
Hayi, ngokwaSASSA ma? Umsaphi manje? Oh. All right.
We can come.
Abakhe babonana baphinda babonane. Ah. Okay, you can and submit them there. Umama lo wase Orange Farm siyafuna uva social worker la ngaphambili ukuthi what is it that she's going to do about that. Angakhulumi nje umuntu angasizakali. We are not coming here ukuzodlala. Sizela sizele le bill esifunayo ke ukuthi uma we hope ukhohliwe nje ukuthi uhambisana ne bill kodwa makube nendlela ukuthaza usizakala ngayo. Welcome and good to see you again.
Thank you so much. My name is Suraya Bibi Bayatkan, but everyone can just call me Bibi. I'm just Bibi.
Igama lami nguSuriya Bibi
Bayatkan.
but kodwa khulekile ngangibiza Bibi nje.
Welcome, Bibi. Phezulu ngo Bibi, phezulu.
Thank you. I'm with SAWID, South African Women in Dialogue.
Ngisenhlanganweni ekubizwa ngokuthi iSAWID.
So our role in SAWID is to prevent, to build peace. So then
Mayethu eSAWID thina nje sihlose ukwakha ukuthula.
sorry, I'm going to get confused. So we work on the National Action Plan for Women, Peace and Security, and I'm the national convener in SAWID.
Futhi sifuna ukuhlanganisa imbizo yezwe lonke ezokuba igqugquzela ukuthula futhi ke mina ke imina kumxhumanisi kuleyo mbizo yeSAWID.
So it's a women's movement, and it is about us being caring, because this is what it's all about.
Lena inhlangano yabesifazane futhi ibhekelela kakhulu ukukhathalelana ngoba yilokho ngempela esikwenzayo.
We can show our nature as South Africans truly caring for the aged, for the elderly.
Singayibonisa imvelo yethu njengabantu baseNingizimu Afrika ngokukhathalelana nokunakana kwangempela.
South African Women in Dialogue started 20 years ago. We are celebrating our 20th anniversary this year, only with volunteers. No one gets paid.
Asishaye izandla lapha.
Sikhuluma lapha sahlangana eminyakeni engu-20 edlule futhi lokho esikugqugquzelayo kulonyaka sihlanganisa iminyaka engama-20 silokhu sidingida indaba ezithinta abantu besifazane.
We had many sites in the country nationally where we trained.
Ake sizole asikisi kancane ba. Asizole kancane sesiyaceda bangaki abasele 1 2 3 bangaki bathathu.
Let us try to be calm. There are only few who are left. There are 4.
4. All right.
We trained.
Askisma, is your hand up? Huh? Mbuzeni bethuna usandla sakhe siphezulu ofori. Are you okay? Okay, masizole kancane ke. Oh, continue ma.
We have trained social auxiliary workers in many parts in the country, and we provided for people because that was part of our development caravan. Unfortunately, we don't have any money to carry on with that. But the research, the reports are available at SAWID. If anyone is interested, we will produce it and share it with Parliament.
Siye saqeqesha osonhlalakahle abaningi besikhashana bangakwazi ukusiza kuyo yonke iNingizimu Afrika njengoba sikhona futhi ngale kwalokho sinombiko esiwubhalile uma kukhona ufunayo singakwazi ukwenza ukuthi lo mbiko awuthole ochaza ngalokho.
Busisiwe Linda that just spoke now is one of our volunteers that started 16 years ago.
Ubusisiwe lo bekhuluma khona lapha ngaphambili ungelinye lama volunteer esesebenze nathi owaqala eminyakeni engu16 edlule.
So that is why when Parliament Public Education Office asked me for someone to mobilize the elderly, Busi was put in charge because she deals with the elderly.
Ingakho ngesikhathi iParliament lingicela ukuthi ngihlanganise abantu abazoza bazokhuluma lapha kwasekukhethwa yena uBusi wanikwa amandla ingakho nimbone ekhuluma lapha.
There's lots of stories in the South. It's not the time now, but we hear and we act on it and we go to police and we go to social workers. Region G of Johannesburg is massive. And more so because of the land issue, because you have to come and arrive and see since COVID what has happened with the area as people could not afford to live in the back rooms, paying the landlord and not having food themselves. So they left the backyards and informal settlements are full. So when it comes to election next year, we're going to see what the turnout will be, because now we are going to have a problem, because there's lots of crime. And the elderly are the people that suffer. I thank you.
Sineyindaba eziningi esingangixoxela zona ezenzekayo lapha eRegion D. Siphansi phezulu siyehla siyenyuka sizama ukubasiza abantu abantu abebengenazindlu behlala ngemuva bandile. Ingakho uma ningaqhamuka sekuneyindawo eziningi eziyimikhukha abantu abahlala kuzona. Alifiki ukhetho ngonyaka ozayo, sizobona ukuthi sikhetha kanjani.
One more point that I forgot is, we've been busy as elderly ourselves to pass the baton. So when you pass the baton, you're learning to share not just with your children, but find any child, because that is what Pussy does, in the schools, to get the children to pledge that they won't get pregnant and they will not take drugs. I think.
Futhi ke nisibona nathi sikhulile kangaka sisibophezele ekusebenzeni sidlulisela lolwazi esinalo nesipiliyoni kwabanye. Asidluliseli nje einganeni zethu kuphela, kodwa sidlulisela nakwezinye izingane ukuze siqhubekele ziyaphambili kugwemeke izinkinga esibhekene nazo emphakathini njengobugebengu nezidakamizwa.
Asishayeleni Auntie Bibi isandla. Thank you, Auntie Bibi.
Okay. Ndicela ubulisa mhlali ngaphambili.
I'd like to greet the chairperson,
Nabahlali base Johannesburg.
citizens of Johannesburg, everyone in here.
Uzoliswa Tose
I'm Zoliswa Tose.
from Isiqalo for Elderly.
Uyazi mina andifani no chairperson, ningangoli lapha emva. Niyenza inoise enkulu, bhalisani ningathethi ngemilomo.
I'm not like the chairperson. Please don't make noise. Whatever that you want to say, just write it down and submit it.
Okay. Uzoliswa Tose.
I'm Zoliswa Tose.
I'm from Orange Farm.
Nsuke Orange Farm.
Kwi-center yesiqalo for Elderly.
Iskalo Center for Elderly.
Yes, which is kusase yi-center entsha.
It is a new center.
But enamafulufulu wokusebenza enothando lokusiza bogogo.
It has the oomph and the zeal and the love for the elderly people.
Before ndiya phambili bensacela ubuza kuqala because ndinezinto eziningi nginemibuzo at the same time ukhona futhi okunye engifuna ukusho.
I have a lot of questions as I'm coming here, but there's a lot that still I want to say.
Sorry, wena xa uthethayo utsho uthi le center yakho iregisterilwe or ayiregisterwanga, so that bakwazi ukunceda awononhlalonhle ababa apha endlini.
Please let us know if your center is registered or not, so that the social workers are here that can assist you.
Oh, okay. Is center registered?
Ibhalisiwe.
Yes. And ngeke andizange uzobuzela center only.
I'm not here only to ask about the center.
Unfortunately, isikhathi endithole ngaso ibill andikhonanga ukuyifunda, but I approve the-amendment ye bill, thinking ukuthi abantu abayenzile bayenze because of abantu abadala baqabangela nezidingo zabo.
It is not a while that I got this bill as I came here, but I'm mindful that this bill was made for the elderly, and the elderly were put before by this bill.
Okay, so ngemibuzo.
I would like to ask questions first.
Umbuzo wokuqala.
My first question.
Kukhona umthetho ogunyazisa ama-social workers that abantu abasemakhaya abadala, if imember yomphakathi ireporta ukuthi umama uyahlukumezeka, ama-social worker analo igunya lokuhamba ayomthatha amse a-safety place engakhange aconsidere ama-families. Remember,
I just want to ask in the act about if the social workers, do they have the authority to go and take a person from their families, not inquiring from the families first or talking to them first? I just want to know about that.
The reason for this question is, kaloku aba bantu badala, baphinde babe ngabantwana.
The reason why I'm asking this question, because when you see the elderly, they somehow become children.
Badinga ukucingelwa.
They need to be thought of.
When I'm a social worker, when the reporter I'm not my social worker, and then the social worker is check the situation. Ithole mna ndikhona ndihleli no mama. Make no mistake. Umama uzophika ukuthi uhlukumezekile because usaba mna ngoba kwamna ndizophinde ndimbethele ukuthi unihlazelani and why efuna ukuthatha le mali yakhe endiphila ngayo ayihambise ayisekude. So kuba nzima ukuthi babe open enough. Bayasiphiwa na isikhathi sokuthi kukhulunywe nabo esayidini kuviwe ama feelings wabo without considering ama members abahlala nawo endlini na.
The issue is that when the social worker comes while I'm there, the granny or the other person will just deny everything, fearing that she will speak out and fearing maybe I will abuse her. So I think it's better that the social workers and the people that are abused, they get they have their own time privately and they speak and the person expresses how they feel.
Okunye umbuzo futhi.
Another question.
Is there any any follow-up eyenziwayo kubantu abagunyaziswayo abaphiwa aba-approvewayo ekuthenini babe nama homes ne? Ikhona indlela ekwenziwa ngayo to check ukuthi aba bantu ngabantu aba-right, abanothando, abakwaziyo ukuhlala nabantu abadala na? Because abazali bethu most of ama homes bayindlela yokwenza imali.
Is there a procedure that has been followed when they approve people who start homes? Or is there anything that is done to see that they have qualifications or they can take care or love the people that are elderly?
Sisicelo bahlali ngaphambili khan check nabantweni ba-approvayo bajonga abazali bethu, nichekeni indawo abahlala kuzo, nichekeni ukudla abakudlayo, izinto, nichekeni indlela abaphila ngayo, nibabe bona esayidini bakhulume, bakhombe out.
Please monitor the places that they're staying, their homes, the food they eat, and their environment, so that you can follow up what they say, and please speak to them individually, so that you would know what is going on in those homes.
Because make no mistake, abantu abanama homes bakhohlakele most of the time. They don't love, they don't have that love for abantu abadala.
People who own homes are very cruel. They don't have the love that they're supposed to have. Don't clap hands when she's done. Carry on.
Yes, bensatsho kanjalo ukuthi abantu abadala Oh, okay, ngiyabonga. Yes, kubhekwe i-environment abahlala phezu kwayo. Ndiyanicela bahlali ngaphambili. As we get at upper today,
please consider that, Chair, as we are here today.
Ningagcini ukusibiza or nibabize bona.
Don't just let them go. Let us carry on.
And nimnenze sure ukuthi what esikushoyo lapho kuma homes lezo zinto ziyenzakala.
Please make sure you follow up what we are discussing here, and that whatever that our challenges, they are being taken care of.
Because izinto esihlangabezana nazo today we are reporting kusasa abantu ebesirepota kubo they were nowhere to be found, and asisakwazi ukureporta ukubheka phambili. And ndinesinye isicelo ngicela ungathethi ndisima, ndinesinye isicelo mama sokuthi kube na ama field workers if awekho ne abazochecka each and every month that ama data ama home nama NPOs nama NGOs esinawo ema locationing, so that we can find out ukuthi abantu badingani. And make no mistake, kulaba bantu aba different aba approvewayo ukuthi bathole homes, and there are abantu good. There are abantu abanothando lwabazali, but they are still suffering fundings. They don't have place to run home or NPOs. Bayayidinga assistance. Benicela ukuthi assistance isheshe. Kungenzakala ukuthi kungabi yomali, but if kune home registered, at least makube nendlela abazokhona ngayo bathole umzekelo breakfast, because abagogo iGS qalo iNPO abagogo bayadli breakfast and then they have lunch. We play kwenziwa yonke le yonto, but for now as isiqalo is still new, sisabethe emapokethini, but they do have leyanto yok understand umuntu omdala, yokuthanda umuntu omdala, asingobantu nje abazokwenza imali.
I feel that my request is that we should have field workers who will go in these homes and monitor everything that is done, who will have the love for the elderly, who will go all out and support the elderly. As we are Skalo, we are new, but we make sure we take care of the elderly. Lastly, Chair.
Benicela nokutrainwa training iphuthume, like sithole training ngokusheshsha sizokwazi ukuthi sibanakekela kanjani, sibatreata kanjani, yonke into siyenza kanjani.
My request is to have training as quickly as we can.
Izandla lo nimthanda kakhulu ke.
Ngiyanibingelela nonke.
Greetings to everyone.
Ujabulani Mazibuko
My name is Jablani Masibugo.
from Orange Farm Minanawe Center for Elders.
Ngivela Orange Farm esikhungweni sasemina nawe.
Nami mane nginenkinga ngazi usisi bakasaka ishilo ohlala Orange Farm. Usisi ohlala Orange Farm basa ishilo nami nginenkinga ngisebenza la ngisebenzela khona emina nawe sio. Ngine from 2010 ngisebenza lapho mara indawo yalapho angikhona ukuyithola sengibuya nase JPC ngiphethe amafomo yonke into kodwa ngengagcina sengingaba mnandi.
I also have the same problem that was mentioned by the previous speaker, the problem of the land. I'm also working there. I've tried up and down, working, submitting papers, but up to this now, I do not have the land, and that affects me badly.
Khona la kuyenswa khona izindawo khona la JPC ngigcine nengifika khona bangiphendula kwaba nabosisa bangamnandi nengifika reception bafike bathi kimi ke ngiyeme kancane ngihamba nabo mama bama bogogo abayi3 lo sisa bamfonela phezulu agcina saka khipha igama lokuthi uhamba nabo bani.
I went to JBC, and at that time I was accompanied by some of our elderly that I work with. And when arriving at reception, they tried to call another lady. And that lady on the call, she asked who is with her.
Asikhulumi ngo other lady, situbani kabani. If imnyama, if white. Ngoba, sichila ukuthi sihamba ne boss yabo. Izobuya ngqo. Ulo JPC, and then ube so uyitsho ama numbers akushiye so that sikhone ukulandelela. Akiri kunayo ne province la.
We want to be specific to say the names, not just the lady or umama, but exactly who is that person.
Ngoba andifuna ukukhulume seyikhulunyiwe. Ngoba iOrange Farm bachilo bathi bafuna iplot.
Because I don't want you to repeat the same thing that has been said.
Sikhone ukunikeza impendulo manje ngoba umhlaba utholakala kwamasipala. Umasipala ke ngulobe sisithi kuyachentshwana. Khutshwa lokufakwe lokukhutshwe lokufakwe lokukhutshwe mara ke ayisiyo inkinge yenu. Inkinge yabo sifanele sicheke ukuthi ihamba kanjani into. Usocial worker wase Orange Farm ebephakamisile la. Sathi abheke into yenu ukuthi ningasizakala kanjani. And wena uya volunteer phaya ithini into, are you registered or are you not registered? If you are registered, you are supposed nithole something. If you are not, fanele social worker hambe ayo assessa pa ajonge ukuthi niyakomplya na lento yemithetho efanelekile. So angifuni sichithe isikhathi esiningi. If ukhona enye into, raise enye hayi ye plot.
So we would like, if you have other issues that you would like to say, you can say it, but not the other one because it has already been said.
Enye bengekho kakhulu bokukhala ngayo yeplot ngoba manje ngiphethe incwadi zami ngigcine sekungamnandi sengihamba kubotha ididi ngithi ngifuna lo muntu ngoba ngigcine nengicela uku-apply yagcina ilen beyithi community facility incwadi nezifika lapho kodwa ngithena sengiqeda uku-apply incwadi sezijikile sezibiza ukawu bani shoot manje bona sabayinikeza umuntu oyithengayo oyi-1 ngaze ngabatshela mina ukuthi anikho fair nesizonitshela indawo nithola amathuba ukuthi lezo indawo hey seniyayithengisa nina sokuzini
U-social worker wase Orange Farm asitshela ukuthi kwenzekelani kawu apha nangapha.
Mpela ngathi nje ngingagcina lapho kodwa kusala bengicela nje ukuthi nengabe ngimfanelo zonke lezi zinto ngiyiphethela kimi for ukuthi ufakazi ngoba yonke into ne-JP yonke into nokungiphendula nginako nalento yokuchintsha ngoba ekuqaleni bengachintsha kodwa in the last seyi-under muntu lo muntu ngize ngagcina sengithi ngicela ku ama-number phone kini nine-DD what ukuthi net ningitshengisa amanamba ukuthi ngikwazi ukukhuluma naye bathi secret yaloyo muntu abanama-number wakhe so wena linda until azawuvela loyo muntu ngiyabona laphana ngifike 2010 manje si-2023 akafeli akafiki ngihleli nje nengithi ngi-aplayela u-ISCOM ukuthi angeke ngikwenzele lutho ngifaka ugesi ukuthi abogogo bakwazi ukufaka itofu lapho ngoba indawo ayikabiziwe indawo ibiza so ilapho ngisemile tuthi namane eincwadi zonke.
So that's all, I've got all the
U-social
documents.
worker uzoza asitshele ukuthi kenzekelani kahle.
So the social worker.
Uzoza manje mase ngiqeda ukukhuluma siyabonga baba.
So the social worker will come and tell us the way
Lalela
forward
ke ma,
after you have discussed it.
ungashare ama numbers akho khona lapha etafuleni so that sikwazi ukulandelela. Sifonele direct wena. Sibuza ukuthi kuhambeke kanjani. How far indaba yakho uhambe kwamaphi. So share ama numbers akho.
So you can leave
Ugcineke
with us
ngokuya ku
your
social
numbers
worker
there,
ngoba social
then we'll
worker
do a follow-up
fanele
and
uzositshela.
see how far is your matter being solved.
Sokuphinde kona abanye u- Thank you.
Goeiedag, my naam is Antoinette van Rensburg.
Good day, my name is Antoinette van Rensburg.
Hlala la esitulweni so that abantu babone kahle.
Ek bly in die Society vir Blindes
I-
in die
I-
ouer huis.
I'm a resident in the Society for the Blind.
Ek weet dit is miskien glad niks met julle te doen nie, maar ek wil dit net graag onder julle aandag bring.
I understand that what I'm going to say, it does not involve you that much, but I'd like to bring it to your attention.
Waar ons bly is daar 'n verkeerslig.
Where we stay, there's there's a traffic light.
Yes.
A traffic light.
Yes. There is a button, daar is 'n knoppie wat gedruk word, maar die taxis en die karre ry oor. Ek was nou die dag amper omgery. Hulle
So-
het geen konsiderasie vir ons blindes nie.
So the traffic light that is nearby our place of residence has a pattern so that it can turn green so that we can cross the road safely. But now the taxi drivers that are using that road are very inconsiderate. In actual fact, a few days ago, I was nearly knocked down by a taxi because I did not consider the button that I pressed.
Sorry. Baba wephoyisa. Wena ngitsho wena baba. Ungangenisa abantu ngingaba recognizeanga. Usiya recognize kaloku uyaphakamisa isandla manga uzofuna ukukhuluma so ngifuna uqeda le line kungasangeni umuntu. Please. Maar praat nou mevrou.
Die verkeersbeamptes was by ons.
The traffic officials did visit our area.
En hulle het gesê dat hulle sal kyk na dit, want daar is 'n paar van ons blindes wat al omgery was en soos ek en my man was nou die dag regtig hitte omgery.
They said that they will come and look into this matter and see what they can do about it because, truly speaking, there are other blind people like myself who were knocked down by cars on that road. And my husband and I were also, we were nearly involved, we were nearly involved in an accident on that road.
En nog 'n ding is wat ons ou mense waar ek bly, spesifiek in my gang, ons voel nie veilig nie.
And another thing, more so with us, the senior citizens where we stay, we do not feel safe.
Die ander vrou het nou die dag na my toe gekom en vir my gesê daar was geklop aan haar deur in die middel van die nag.
A lady that came by to me, she's an elderly lady, and then she mentioned that one night she had a knock on her door.
Toe sê ek vir haar, moenie worry nie, ek het dit ook al 'n paar keer gehad en ek het dit wel by die huiskomitee vergadering aangemeld, maar sover het nog niks gebeur nie.
And I did indicate to her that don't worry, I also did hear that knock, and I have raised that matter in the committee meeting in our area. And since then, nothing has materialized.
Okay. Baie dankie.
Thank you very much.
Where are you coming from, ma'am?
From the Society for the Blind at Regent's Park.
Where? Here in Joburg?
Yeah, Joburg.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, social worker wakhona kuphi?
Is the Maskapai vaccines from
Mageze ngaphambili madoda kufanele uthetha ne traffic officers ukuthi zijonge le nithi into robot as robot, and also it means the fire is security ayikho tight, bangazwa ama knock in the mid of the night.
So
Upu social work,
we're requesting the social worker from that area so that they can contact the law enforcement so that our elderly can feel safe.
Umsa ku social work nimqhuba nimsaphi bethu? I-province iphi mayithathe le case nale situation,
Where's the province? They should take this case.
and then izasinikeza information through ucivil chief director
And then
ukuthi
we can-
kwenzekelani in terms of the safety yabantu abadala.
Then we can get
Akiri
the.
yiyo lesiphethe kule bill kanye. All right, over to you, ma.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen.
Ya leboga go bona parliamentary ya rona e re adoma gore at least re be le bokoko ba ba sireletsegileng.
I'm glad that the parliament came to us and to listen to us so that we can have the elderly citizens that are safe.
Nna ke nna Josephina Mpofu,
My name is Josephina Mpofu.
ke bereka ka mo Region A, Ivory Park.
I work in Region A, Ivory Park.
Mo organization ya Super Di Mama, Senior Citizen Center.
I'm part of the organization called Super Di Mama.
Ntho e ke emetseng fa ke emetse safety ya tulo ya bokoko he re tšhaisitse. re le di-service center.
My reason for me standing here it is because I'm concerned about the safety of the elderly persons in their place of residence, more so when we knock off from that place.
Ke amenda molaotheo wa bokoko o kwadilweng ka tsheko ka tolamo gore e nne molao o e leng gore bokoko ba tlo sireletsega. Se ke batlang go se bua ke gore a re ya maphodiseng re na le case number 4 tse di re utsweditsweng ka mo gare ga center re sa kry-a dilo tsa rona and ha re ya ko maphodiseng ba re botsa gore ise politic bone ba ka se kene ditaba tsa rona tsa gore re tlo reporta case till up to 4.
All right, so first of all, I want to say that I do support the amendment bill because it will create a safe environment for our elderly persons. Now, another issue that I want to mention, it is that when we go and report the matter to the police to look for a case number, because we have experienced 4 burglaries in our in our center. Now, when we report to them, they say that this is a political matter. It should be politicized.
Ne ke nagana gore I'm sure batho ba City of Johannesburg ba tlo ba teng ka mo, maybe le di-council tsa rona.
I was hoping that the members of the City of Johannesburg were going to be here, or even our councillors that were going to be present today.
So se se leng botlhoko a rena supporto ya di-council.
What is hurtful it is that the councillors do not support us.
And gore re ska comply is because of them.
And our reason for non-compliance, it is because of them.
Re batla thata gore bokoko ba tlhokomelo gagolo mo dilong tse tshwanang le tseo. Le ha ba reporta di-case tsa gore bana ba ba tshware pila ba bankela tšhelete. They don't care about everything maponisa.
We would like to ensure that our elderly persons are taken care of and are safe. Because even if we report SASSA matters like the children abusing the elderlies or taking their money by force, they do not take such matters to heart.
Ba bang ba tsa di-title deeds tsa bokoko ba iphe tsona bana.
Others have taken other children have taken title deeds from their elderly persons.
Mo go senang bana go na le koko fela nako nkry le re stene sa teng se tse re fela ga le itse re se ile kae se change-ile le tla bona ba
councillor wale area yakho ban councillor
council mam Yoliswa Twala.
Yoliswa
Twala.
And
Twala. Twala.
And in other residences where it's only a green without children, you'll find that their title deeds have gone into thin air, not knowing where they are and who has the title deed. Sometimes you find that the names in the title deed have been changed.
And aba respecti motho ha ile koko mo plekeng ya bona ha ba ira di mesebetsi ya masepala ba no re he ba fitla mo le ba ra bokoko ba re ba thube. Then I can nagana bokoko ba ka setlhele ba ga dintlu tsa bona like ba ga di tsela.
And the municipal officials do not respect the elderly persons because they will just come into the area and then they tell them that we're going to bulldoze or we're going to work on this area without consulting with them first.
Ba romela di committee tsa bona without consulting anyone.
They send their committee members without consulting with anyone.
And then nche e botlhoko mabane go nile batho ba bang ba ileng gore ba ile ba tla ba metro bone ba batla o protecteka mara go na le ntatemogolo o mong o dulang gaufi le nna o thubile le botla la hae gararo mara JRA irile a ska thuba mara o thubile ka baka la bone ba tla time and again ba tla ba tlo mo thubisa till up to ba wine gore ba mo thubisitse le mama o mong wa mogwela batho ba bantsi ba ileng gore ke batho ba ba tlhokofaletseng ke bontate ba 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 shileng ba gile mo malapeng ke nagana le bone a ba ke ba bonagale gore ke batho ka a sana gore ka ga ana le bana.
Now, another thing that hurts me deeply it is that recently there's an elderly man who had to demolish his outside wall 3 times because of the Metropolis. So he was forced to demolish that wall. So there's no protection in the area that we live in for the elderly people.
Social worker wakho ukuphi?
Social worker wami ukhona la.
She's present.
Ubuya kuphi?
Mina,
Wena.
mina ngibuye e-Ivory Park.
Uphi social worker nguye wena?
Social mama na.
Uphi?
Nani?
Hey, umcimbi wakho umkhulu. Nayi Ivory Park naye ayikhuselekanga.
You have a lot of work. Ivory Park is not safe.
Uyazi mos
Siyabonga
niyazana.
kakhulu.
You know one another.
Yes.
Please, lezinye ungakhonanga ukuzifaka nozikhuluma ungayozikhuluma lapha etafuleni.
Tse dingwe tse tsa di buang o ka di isa ko tafoleng.
Ngicela social work ushi address ilento iphone number yakho pa so that banikezile siyafuna ukulandelela sicheke yonke lento ekhulunywa la. Ehe. Uze nabo all the way ungazizwanga lezi zinto zabo. Yo, awazi ukuthi nale donga lidemolishiwe. You don't know the wall.
You don't know about the matter of this wall that was demolished.
Or we'll give you a chance uzembukweni ikhulume.
Sizokunikeza ithuba ukuthi uze uzokhuluma ngalolo daba.
Sawubona
Greetings.
Okhuluma uGladys Chia, uhlala eOrange Farm.
My name is Gladys Chia. I'm from Orange Farm.
Ngikhola ipension. Mandihola ipension, imali yami iyashota. Angiyazi kunomuntu oloko edonsa imali yami yepension.
I get a pension. I don't know if my money is not enough.
Afika like him. Mafika like him afuna i-ID. Abuza nokuthi ngihlala nabantwana abangaphi.
Two ladies came to me. They asked how many children do I have.
Half yale mali. Mina ngihola half. Andiholi yonke imali yami. Manje lento le indizwa ubuhlungu kabi ngoba uhola imali elingene.
I don't get all my money. I get half of the money. Two ladies came to me and asked about my identity book. So I don't know what really happened because I don't get all that money that I'm supposed to get. They said from there.
Manje maloko ivela lapho ngoba nginegama lakhe ngathatha igama lakhe lalamantombazana ayi2 ngathatha amagama ngathatha ama-ID number manje akhona lapha kuma ID number wabo.
They said they are from the burial society, but I do have my own burial society. They took my identity numbers. I also took their identity numbers as well.
I wonder the right is ID numbers.
I'm wondering. I went to the bank, they said they will close it, but they didn't.
Which bank are you banking?
I use EasyPay. I used to use ABSA before, but because I don't have a card, I'm now using EasyPay.
Is it the SASSA card okanye likhadi lalo mama? Ngoba kuyakhona ukuthi baninikeza amanye amakhadi esingawatholi kahle kanti ba-change ikhadi lawo.
Uqala mama bengihola ngekhadi lase-SASSA. Angithi manje amakhadi wethu atshintshiwe. Matshintshiwe amakhadi wethu ngangena kwenye ibhanki. Le bhanki leyo EasyPay.
Before I used to use a bank card, but now I started using the EasyPay card. That's the one I'm using to get my pension.
Uyazi ma, chopha ke ma, nangu mama kaSASSA, ambobhalisa phayana ngoba fanelekile bayicime le nto leni. Ongazange wayithatha. And bafanele ukuthi babone ukuthi ngubani lo odonsa imali yakho. Bayazi. Ikhona indlela yokuthi kubonakale ukuthi imali yakho idonswa kuphi ngesiphi isikhathi.
They will be able to trace your money, who is taking your money, so you can go to the lady there from SASSA.
Thereafter, iyakhona ukuthi icinywe and you get a new card. Lo ebethatha card laka sale bambelela card.
They are able to scrap that so that they give you a new card, and the person who stole your original card will just be left with a card that is not working. We want to plead with you, the elders, don't give the people your SASSA cards.
bathi urhola ngeenumber ze-ID mawathathe i-ID yam.
They say she gets the money through my ID numbers because she took that.
Sukubanikeza i-ID number yakho.
Don't
Abantu
give them your
nobangabobani.
ID numbers, those people.
Sukuvuma nokuyinikeza kule phone ethanda ubuza amanamba abantu. Batshela ukuthi yimfihlo yakho leyo.
Even the people that call you through the phone and ask for your ID numbers, you should tell them it's your secret. You don't tell them your ID numbers.
Ngicela uye kumama lo wakwa SASSA ubhalise yonke lento so that abone ukuthi uzawuya nini ukuyocima leli card balithathile.
So you can go to
Ukwenzela
the lady
ufumane
from
a new
SASSA
card.
so that they can scrap that.
Ubuya kuphi Orange Farm ma?
You said
For-
you're from Orange Farm?
Social worker wase Orange Farm. Mkhulu umsebenzi wakho.
The
Mlandele.
social worker from Orange Farm, you've got a lot of work.
Landela ugogo uthathe inamba zakhe sifuna information
You
within
can follow the
isikhathanyana
elderly
esifutshane.
so that you can give her information.
You are the last one baba.
That's correct.
Ungowokugcina baba, unembile.
Over to you.
Good morning.
Ngibingelele,
My name is Michael Joffe.
igama lami Michael.
I am a resident at Itlakomaleng in Alexandra.
Ngihlala lapha ngumhlali wase Ihlokomeleng
In Alexandra.
Alexandra.
As Dr. Manganya is the CEO of Itlakomaleng.
Njengoba udokotela Manganye CEO.
I would just like to say that I, on behalf of all the residents at Itlakomaleng, fully support this bill.
Ngifuna ukusho ukuthi abahlali base Ihlokomeleng bawusekela ngokuphelele lo mthetho.
The reason I say that is because everything in this bill we do comply by already.
Isizathu salokho ukuthi yonke into ebhalwe kulomthetho osavivinywa into esiyenzayo kakade thina esikhungweni sethu.
There is just one thing that concerns me.
Kunento eyodwa nje engikhathazayo.
At Itlakomaleng we have a plus minus 120 people that need frail care every day.
Ihlokomeleng sinabantu abadala okungenani abangaphezulu kwa20 abadinga ukunakekelwa ngokuphelele.
They need clean clothes every day. They need to be bathed every day. They need to be fed every day.
Kumele badliswe usuku nosuku bagezwe
All of
futhi
this-
bagqokiswe.
All of this gets done each and every single day.
Konke lokhu kwenziwa kubusuku nosuku.
Because at Itlakomaleng, our rock, our foundation is built on a solid foundation. It's called scripture.
Ingoba
That is how we live.
eitumeleng sinesekele esihle esisekelwe embhalweni yeBhayibheli.
And Itlakomaleng is the result of God's love for the people of Alexandra.
Itumeleng iqalwe ngenhloso yothando likaNkuluNkulu kubantu base-Alexandra.
And we walk conscious of his indwelling presence inside of us.
Futhi siholwa unembeza wethu.
Which creates an atmosphere of love.
Okwenza ukuthi kube nothando kulesi sikhungo.
Which makes the old people feel at home.
Okwenza ukuthi abantu bazizwe besekhaya lapho.
It's not just a place to come and live, but Dr. Manganya also has an outreach where we feed, I would say, maybe 200-300 families.
Njengoba udokotela Manganye eseshilo siyaye sondle nabantu abangaphezulu kuka300 akubona nje ukuthi isikhungo sokuhlala abantu kuphela
Every single day.
usuku nosuku.
And this is all because we live by love.
Kungenxa yokuthi siphila ngothando.
Yes, okay.
Let's clap our hands for Ihlokomeleng.
Ake simshayele lesi sikhungo saseyihlokomeleng ihlombe.
All right.
Ngiyabonga.
Thank you very much.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu.
I just have one concern, and I'm
Nginento eyodwa nje engikhathazayo.
I'm not only speaking for our Itlakomaleng. I mean, can you imagine having to do all this work? We have great social workers, we have great nurses, we have a great matron that makes the hospital run.
etc. We have a generator.
Ucabanga nje ukuthi kumele wenze wonke lo msebenzi wokunakekela abantu. Sinonesi abahle, ononhlalakahle abahle, nane generator kulesiya sikhungo.
And for the system to operate on a daily basis, I'm just putting a proposal forward for Itakomeling as well as other homes who I can imagine are in the same predicament. And I'm asking you guys to please consider and putting it to Parliament or to the government that we get subsidized.
Soka hulumeni, ningahle nicabange umsebenzi owenziwa lapha ya, angikhulumeli nje isikhungo sethu sodwa, ngisho nezinye izikhungo.
With diesel.
Sixhaswe ngodizili.
Because we cannot do laundry every day, we cannot cook food, we cannot do any of the main things that have to be done according to the Bill of Rights.
Asikwazi ukuthi senze izinto eziyisekelo zosuku nosuku njengo ugeza impahla, upheka.
Especially at night when the ESCOM goes off.
Ikakhulukazi ebusuku uma kucishwa ugesi.
It's very difficult for the staff to change diapers.
Kunzima ngabasebenzi ukuthi bashintshe abantu abadala amanapukeni.
And to wash the patients. And when the power goes off for a few hours, the generators, the plumbing geysers get cold. So we cannot wash the patients the way we should.
Kunzima kakhulu ngoba uma kucisha ugesi, igiza isebenza sibi namanzi anele ukuthi ikwazi ukusizwa laba bantu.
Niqhuba kakuhle mosehlokolweni. Usocial
You
worker
are doing
apha
very
ukhona?
well in Ihlokomeleng.
Uphi social worker wakhona?
Where is the social worker from there?
Oh, usenkingeni.
You are in trouble.
Baba sizwile ukuthi unezinto ozirequestayo.
We heard that you have some of the things that you've requested.
Mara the list yakho yezinto that you are requesting ufanele uzingenise kulo social worker azidlulisele ku province. Are you
The
registered?
list of what you've requested, you must give it to the social worker so that the social worker can take it to the province.
Oh, you got doctor. Oh, you are registered, yes. List of all what you have requested, submit lapha.
Uhlu lwezinto zonke oyicelile uzolimukisa lapha ngaphambili.
And then I just want to say thank you very much for giving us, the residents of all the institutions, this opportunity to present our problems before you. And the way I see it, if you have a glass of water that's half full of water, you can see it as half empty or half full. And we at Itakomeling believe it's half full and that it will
Ngibonge
keep on
kakhulu ngokuthi nimeme zonke izikhungo ezize lapha ukuze nazo zizokhipha uvo lwawo futhi kungcono ukuba nokuthilo okuncane kunokuthi ungabi nalutho nhlobo.
And also take the piece of paper, ma usubmita kuyena, and you also submit ku chief director national.
You can take that piece of paper when you submit to them and the chief director at national.
I understand. Thank you very much.
Ngibonge
Thank you.
kakhulu.
Sure. Usubmit both kulaba. Sicedile ke manje.
We are done
Asizishayeleni
right now.
izandla.
Let's give ourselves a round of applause.
Oh, 1 o'clock. All right. Akiri, we said social work. Do you have any answers for this?
Sithe
Please.
unonhlalakahle
Shona
ingabe unaziyo
Shona.
impendulo mayelana nalokho okubuzwe
Social work,
lapha.
ulandele usitshele ukuthi uzokwenza kanjani.
Ningeza ngaphambili
Quickly.
nizwe
Sifanele
ukuthi
sinike
ngizokwenza
uSASSA.
kanjani.
Fanele sinike uSASSA.
We will also give SASSA a chance.
Oh, ngusupervisor. Supervisor, uyabhatalwa sisi. And ubhatalwa imali eningi kakhulu etshisiwe.
The supervisor, you get paid and you
Mara
get
wena
paid a
sifuna
lot of
inamba
money.
yakho, because we have to follow. Supervisor ukuphi manje? Sizonikeza uSASSA. Basitshela ukuthi kwenzekeleni, sipeye very late and acacisa ukuthi abantu bayitholile imali yini.
We will give a chance to SASSA department to explain why our elderly got their pension so late.
Woza SASSA.
The SASSA representative, please come.
Sesizawuqeda abantu abadala uthi
We
uyena
are about
uzasishayela
to
siphumile
be
la.
done to the elderly.
Sanibonani abantu badala.
Greetings to the elderly.
Igama lami nguMpuseletso wakaNkwala.
My name is Mpuseletso Nkwala.
I'm based la eSASSA Johannesburg local office.
I'm in Johannesburg, in Sasolburg local office.
Johannesburg
Johannesburg
local office.
Johannesburg local office, sorry.
Umnyango weSASSA uthanda ukuqala ngokuxolisa kakhulu ngenkinga eyenzakele in the month of September run.
The Department of SASSA would like to apologize deeply about what happened in September.
Maninga understand that SASSA ibhadalwa system our Thank you. Ngiyabonga kakhulu.
Thank you very much.
In the run of September, kwenzakala what we call a system glitch.
Phakathi no September kuye kwaba nokuphazamiseka kweinhlelo zethu zokukhokha.
Remember, abantu ababhadalwa, especially with the gold and white cards, yibo kanye abaye baba nenkinga enkulu yokuthola imali zabo.
The ones who get paid with the gold and the white card, they are the ones who faced the problem.
Abanye baye bathola only 1,000 ngelanga lokhola. Abanye bathola imali ingaphumi kuthiwa system low, they cannot get imali zabo.
Others got 1,000 rand. Others, they were told that the system is not working very well, so they can't get their monies.
Lokho kwenzakale ngolesibili nge5 maqala ukholwa abantu abadala.
This happened on the 5th, on Tuesday, when the elderly started to get their pay.
Kwekwa continue nange6, but however, inkinga iye yakhona ukuresolve on Friday around 3 o'clock.
It continued around the 6th also, but this matter was able to be resolved around 1 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock, sorry.
Sicela ukuxolisa kuleyo ndawo because it was a system glitch and our technicians work around the clock ukuthi lenkinga ixazululeke, and khona manje we are comfortable ukuthi na Saturday abantu mabaya kuma pay points wethu or our mentioned bebakhona ukuyithola imali yabo.
We want to apologize to you because our technicians, they started working on the system to fix it. Even on Saturday, the people who went to get their pay, they were able to get it.
Bantu abadala, remember, lama cards anwaphethe already sewa expiring.
You must also remember, the elderly, that those cards that you have expired already.
Amanye akale expire ngo April 2023.
Others started to expire in April 2023.
Umnyango weSASSA uye wamemezela kumabonakude na kuma radio wethu and through the local community meetings ukuthi wozani
Our
nizo
department started to broadcast and call everyone through the radios, the TVs, so that you can come and change or reapply for another card.
Now iminyango yama office wethu ivulekile ukuthi wena you need to choose the bank of your choice or a post bank, the blue card, not the gold card. Then uze eSASSA ngaleyo proof yokuthi une bank account ne copy yakho ye ID.
Our doors are open. You are able to come to the SASSA department with the card to prove if you've got a bank card that can be used to get your money.
Mauza from May 1 until May 18.
If you come from the 1st to the 18th,
imali yakho yango October izophuma kuleyo card ewudinga ukuthi sifake imali kuyo.
your money for October will come from that card that you want us to put your money in.
Siyazi ukuthi siniphe extension until the month of December.
We know we gave you an extension till the month of December.
But please, ngicela ukuthi singameli uDecember qala manje angithi manje isystem isibonise umhlolo.
But please, our elderly, do not wait for December. Start now to apply because we saw that the system actually didn't favor us.
All SASSA offices are open ukuthi sizochinja ama-card wethu Monday to Friday from 8 to 4, from 7:30 to 4.
All SASSA offices are open so that you can change your card.
From 7:30 to 4, Monday to Friday.
Kusukela ngo 4:30 kuya ku 7 ngomsombuluko.
7 to 4. Ngiyathanda ukuthi
7 to 4 uxolo.
So if there's any query eunayo in anything to do with SASSA, come to us as SASSA office.
Uma unesikhalazo thizeni ofuna ukuthi usilethe woza kithi lapha eminyango noma emahhovisini akwaSASSA.
Ngithanda ukunixwayisa ukuthi thina singabasebenzi beSASSA asinlandi emakhaya sinibuze ama-ID number wenu.
I would like to warn you as the worker from SASSA that we do not fetch you from your houses to ask for your numbers.
Yekelani ukupha abantu aningabazi ama-ID number wenu nama-PIN wenu.
You should stop giving your PIN numbers and your ID numbers to people that you do not know.
Thina siwumnyango weSASSA sinayo information yenu.
We as the Department of SASSA, we do have your information.
So masixomeni ukuthi singaphi abanye abantu so that sizoba neyinkinga zokuthi sesidonselwa imali esingazazi.
We should avoid giving people that we don't know because at the end of the day they end up taking monies from you that we don't know about.
If uhleli lapho unenkinga yokuthi imali yakho iphuma ingaphelelanga,
if you've got a problem that you didn't get all your money,
report to the nearest SASSA office.
Bika emnyangweni wakwaSASSA oseduzane nawe.
Sizokunceda ngento esibiza ukuthi regulation 26A.
We will help you according to regulation 26A.
Sizokhona ukubona ukuthi your money is reimbursed to your account.
Ukuze sibone ukuthi imali yakho iyakwazi ukuthi ifakwe noma ibuyiselwe kwi-account yakho.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu bantu abadala.
Thank you very much, my elderly.
Bantu benkosi sesizofana sishaya izandla noba siwanga uthini. Ngoba inkinga yethu thina sifuna ukuthi abantu bayacela kulama public hearings ukuthi le date yabo if zi first ibe zi first right through, whether it's Saturday, whether it's Sunday, whether it's Monday. Le ndaba yokuthi if first ifola on the weekend bazayithola Tuesday the following week iyabahlupha because bayabhideka. Siuthathile lo mbono nalomphakamiso ebantwini abadala sizowusa khona lapha eParliament.
People have asked that if the pay day is on the first, it's on Sunday, they should get their money, not to
The other
wait.
thing esifanele sini advise kuyona le ndaba yokuthi labantu abadala abanye babo bakwi centers, old age homes. Why acting chief director singeke sicele ukuthi nihlulelane bantu bakwaSASSA mphathi wabo nihambe niye kwezi old age niyokwenza lento nithi mabayenze. Ama banks usually in the villages where I come from, Eastern Cape, bayakhona ukuyobenzela babe nama days that they are giving than this thing yokubandulula nibasedrobhini. Sizoyiphakamisa ku CEO wabo because siyakhuluma naye sim advise. Asithi bahoye ama old age home only, sithi ba divideane, abanye bajongane nama old age centers, abanye bahambe bayojonga ema officeini. And sizoba strict to check iSASSA offices ziyavula ngalo 7 sikhuluma ngayo. Banganifikise ekuseni ngo6 bayofika ngo10 na ngo12 nithenga amalanga lapha ya. Sizoba nendlela ethile esizawumonitorisha ukuthi lento le yokuchinja amakhadi or yokuthintini angizwanga nakakuhle ngisezophinda ndiyisabele ngoba indivisa ubuhlungu for the whole week abantu abadala bebehlezi ema-post office behlezi ematyhweni.
We'll also be very strict to see that if they say it's open at 7 o'clock, they really do that. The offices are open at 7 instead of just coming early and wait until 12 o'clock in the sun there. So that one will also try to monitor it. And it's still painful to me that the elderly didn't get their money and had to wait for their money for some days.
Bantu abadala siphela nje kuleniyo ndawo ngendaba ehlangene noSASSA. Sithemba ukuthi laba bebengekayitholi imali yabo at least kule weekend bayayithola. Hayi ukuthi kuyi Sunday hayi kuyi Saturday bazoyithola Tuesday. Angiyazi ukuthi ibuyaphi lento lena. Maybe sizophinda sihlale phansi nayo siqonondisane. If we first might be first whether it's a new year or it's a Christmas day or it's a Boxing Day.
That's where we end with the SASSA matter, and we hope all those who didn't get their money, they already have their money now, and we wish that if it's the first of the month, whether it's Sunday, whether it's a new year, people must get their money.
The other thing, abantu abadala akiri ba ikala ngabo. Then the second day, ngabantu with disabled, Then the third day, ngabantwana. Mari you discover ukuthi even so, because if uyopayela umntwana, you don't get your money from the bank if uyadwebetsa pha. Kodwa ematyhwini labantwana basasidudula basityale because abanye abantwana bathunyelwa usithi TV baba. Abanye abantwana bathunywa ngogogo babo ukuthi bayobalandela le mali. So ubona bane energy yokuphushana lapha ezithwini. So sicelile akirile bill iyatsho ukuthi abantu abadala mabakhathaleleke. No long queues, no nangu uma uyakhweba lapha. No long queues ema clinics, no long queues ema sibhedlele, no long queues nasema shop. Mara lama shop ayasihlupha because our belonging kuthi are private. Mara siyacela ukuthi babe nayo at least into yokuthi bahoyeke abantu abadala in every. I can't stand for quite a long time. How much more kuni senibadala kangaka?
And we hope that this bill will also help because we know that the first day is for elderly, the second one is for those who are disabled, and the third one is for children. So what we want now for this bill is to protect you so that you don't wait long queues while you are waiting for your money. So this bill is aimed also to protect you.
Now we are going to give over to Chief Director Lobe situphethe abanonhlalo bonke. Ndiyabona senior manager Stark la uzophendula thina. Bathu if kuthetha civil akunamunye ozawuthetha.
So njengamanje sonikeza isikhulu
bantu abadala
esibaphethe
bela
bonke osonhlalo
siqale
kahle.
very late.
So let's try to be quick. Our elderly have been here for such a long time and we already started late.
Over to you.
Asikwethuleke.
Sanibonani futhi.
Greetings once again.
Before Chief Director khulume uzokwazi ukuthi ayiphendule nale. Oh, sorry. Ngizwile ngendaba ye-Ivory Park. I want to alert you, kune-scam esenzakalayo kulamalanga. Where abantu abadala bahola go Pick n Pay. They get given fake notes. Baba nikezwe 1,500 wama fake. At my estolo, oh, there are also other people who need to hear this in English. Or uzotolika. Now, unikezwe wama fake notes, and then might you hambi yotenga estolo, he ends up being arrested because of fake notes. So kube no musa ukuthi I was there at the police station when he was arrested. And fortunately, kwaba nomuntu omunye ozayo othi nami ngithole ama fake news kwase kubonakala ukuthi it's something that is happening. Pick n Pay civil, Pick n Pay yase Ivory Park, eTswelopele, they are giving fake notes. Thanks.
I just want to mention that I've heard the matter of sihola ukuthuthukiswa komphakathi kulesi sifundazwe namuhla.
We have representation from the Office of the Premier.
Sinabameleli abavela ehhovisi likaNdunankulu.
We also have Mayor General Hendricks from SAPS.
Siphinde sibe no baba General ovela kwezamaphoyisa umnumzana Hendricks.
There is also representation today from Human Settlements.
Siphinde futhi sibe nabamelele abavela eminyangweni wezokuhlaliswa kwabantu.
I now want to acknowledge members of the national and provincial structures of the Older Persons Forum, and I want to specifically thank Mama Kidi for the warm welcome.
Ithanda futhi ukuphinde samukele nalabo abavela kuma forum ezesifundazwe nakazwelonke ngokukhethekile ngithanda ukwamukela umama Kidi.
Importantly, I want to appreciate and acknowledge the presence of all our older persons for having prioritized to spend this day with us to come and discuss this important piece of legislative framework that impacts on your well-being.
Ngokukhethekile sithanda ukubonga kakhulu nina zakhamuzi zethu esezikhulile ngokubeka isikhathi eceleni ukuthi nize lapha nizoxoxa ngalomthetho osashaywa njengamanje othinta ukuphila kwenu.
I want to remind all of you as older persons that the Principal Act was amended to ensure that you are better protected, you are safer, and that your well-being is well taken care of.
Ngifuna ukuniqinisekisa ukuthi lezi zichibiyelo eziyenziwa emthethweni zenzelwe okokuqala ukuvikela nina, ukuqiniseka ukuthi niphephile kanye nenhlalakahle yenu iyanakekelwa.
I want to first respond to a very important proposal, the one on the printing of the documents in braille.
Ngithanda ukuqala ngiphendule esinye sezihlongozo ezivelile lapha esibalulekile sokuthi le document kufanele inyatheliswe ngolimi lwesibraille.
I think it is a very important proposal, and it is something that we will definitely have to take into serious consideration so that we do not exclude anyone.
Ngicabanga ukuthi kube isihlongozo esibaluleke kakhulu sizosifakela izibuko ukuze siqiniseke ukuthi akekho esimshiya ngaphandle.
Now, coming to the second issue that was raised relating to implementation concerns,
Uma manje sekuziwa ke manje endaweni yesibili esoxoxa ngayo ethinta ukwenziwa kwalezi zindaba esikhulume ngazo.
I want to assure all of you that we have noted, as part of the implementation challenges of the Principal Act, that we needed to ensure that we pulled all key government departments and stakeholders together so that we ensure the effective and comprehensive implementation of this important legislative framework.
Sifuna ukuniqinisekisa ukuthi sikuzwile nikushilo futhi sizohlanganisa zonke inhlaka zikahulumeni ukuba zikubhekisise lokhu yilabo abathintekayo ukuze kwenziwe kuqinisekiswe ukuthi lo mthetho okukhulunywe ngawo kuyenziwa okushiwo kuwona.
And to that effect, we have already established a national intersectoral structure to look into ensuring that within the various government departments, there are dedicated people who will work with us. There is consideration for resourcing of the implementation of this bill.
Futhi sifuna ukuze siqinisekise lokho sifuna ukunitshela ukuthi ngaphakathi kwethu sesineyinhlaka ezizobe isebenza ngokubambisana zibhekelela ukuthi lo mthetho njengoba kukhulunywa ngawo uyenziwa futhi uyalandelelwa yini ukuze kugcineni kube impumelelo okushiwo kuwona.
And to that effect, we have already developed an implementation plan, which we have also costed and taken it through the various structures for approval and noting, so that we receive the buy-in, support, and commitment of all key government departments.
Sikhuluma nje sesinohlaka lokusebenza osilihlelile oluzolandelelwa futhi oluselivele lisekelwa isiqinisekile ukuthi luzosekelwa ukuze zonke inhlaka ezithintekayo kuhulumeni zenze lokhu kuphumelele.
So although the Department of Social Development remains the lead department in terms of this legislative framework, we also have now committed various other government departments through this comprehensive implementation plan to assist and dedicate resources and warm bodies to work towards ensuring that we do roll out and fully implement this legislation.
Nakuba umnyango wezokuthuthukiswa komphakathi kuyiwona ohamba eqhulwini uqiniseka ukuthi lolu hlelo liyenzeka kodwa usebenzi wodwa sesiqalile sahlanganisa nezinye izinhlaka.
Now
I will say ama caregiver or ama managers of the centers but raise a few things and critical things mara njengobuphendula ba outside there ngicela nibabize bathu siya responda ngoku.
There are managers here who raise some critical points, but as we speak now, they are outside. So please call them to come inside as now we are giving answers to their concerns.
Okay, thank you.
Now, I am moving, Chairperson, directly to the issue that pertains to caregivers.
Ngizodlula ke sihlalo ngithi ukugxila kancane endabeni eyavela yalaba ababizwa ngokuthi abanakekeli.
There was a concern around the training of caregivers and the quality of care that they provide to our older persons.
Kuvela indaba yabo abanakekeli izinga abalinikezayo uma benakekela abantu kanye nendaba yokuthi bayaqeqeshwa yini kulomsebenzi abawenzayo.
Now, I want to indicate that we have already considered this gap, and under section 1C of this bill, we have covered the concern that was raised relating to caregivers.
Sesilibhekisisile lolu daba salibona lelo gebe ingakho kulomthetho sivivinyo wethu ngaphansi kwesigaba 1C sibheke ngqo le ndaba yabanakekeli.
Now, section 14 of the Act also speaks to the very same issue of caregivers.
Kanti lesigaba 14 futhi sawo lomthetho sibheke ngqo futhi kule ndaba yabanakekeli.
Now, the issue of training of caregivers, I think there are two people who raise concerns relating to that. I want to assure you that the training for caregivers is going to be ongoing. We have facilitated this training from the national office through an accredited provider, and we have also developed a manual which is accredited for training, and it covers skills development programs, and these were also developed and aligned to our regulations.
Kule ndaba yabanakekeli evelile sifuna ukuqinisekisa ukuthi sibhekelele sizwile ukuthi kungenandi babili abayivezile le ndaba yokuthi labantu abangabanakekeli babantu asebekhulile kudingeka baqeqeshwe ngakho sifuna ukuqinisekisa ke ukuthi sesiqalile siyakwenza lokho futhi kuzokwenzeka ukuqeqeshwa kwabantu asebekhulile sinane manual esesiqhamuka nayo futhi ezosiza abantu abazobe beqeqeshwa ukuthi benze lo msebenzi bawenze kodwa ngokuvumelana nomthetho.
So this training is not only accredited and aligned with our regulations, it is also specific to the provision of services to older persons.
Lokuqeqeshwa ke esikhuluma ngakho angeke nje kwenze labo bantu babe semthethweni kodwa futhi kuvumelana kwenza kuvumelwane neziqondiso nemithetho nqubo yomthetho.
We have already touched base with all 9 provinces.
Sesixhumene kakade vele nazo zoyisishagalolunye isifundazwe.
We have now trained providers of training.
Njengamanje sikhuluma nje sesibanikezile abahlinzeki bokuqeqesha usizo sibahlomisa ukuze bakwazi ukwenza umsebenzi wabo.
The training of caregivers.
Okuqeqesha labantu ababizwa ngokuthi abanakekeli.
We have also availed a database of the providers that have been trained to our provinces.
Futhi sesinayo ke nendawo noma isilulu noma idatha lapho ongatholakala khona labo bantu asebeqeqeshiwe.
And we are encouraging provinces to allocate resources so that this training can roll out ongoingly across all 9 provinces.
Ngakho sikhuthaza zonke ke izifundazwe ukuba zihlinzeke ke insiza phela ukuze konke lokhu kwazi ukuthi kungagcina esifundazweni esisodwa kodwa kwenabele kuzo zonke izifundazwe ezingu9.
And we note the concern because it has emerged across all the public hearings that we have been to.
Futhi sikuzwile ukukhathazeka ngoba kuvelanga esifundazweni esisodwa kodwa kuvele kuzo zonke izifundazwe esihambe kuzona.
Now coming to the issue of the procedure that we follow in terms of closing facilities.
Uma sekuziwa ke enqubweni esilandelayo uma sizovala izikhungo.
Section 13 clearly articulates the processes that we follow when we do have to close facilities.
Isigaba 13 lapha noma ingxenye 13 ikubeka kucace nje okufanele sikulandele uma kuzofanele kuvalwe isikhungo.
And I want to indicate to our older persons today that we do not just close facilities. We consider the closing of facilities only when we realize that your safety and your care and your dignity and protection are dismally at risk.
Sifuna futhi kunazisa ukuthi asiveli nje sigijime sizivale isikhungo. Cha, siye sibheke ke kuqala okokuqala ukuthi ukuphepha kwenu, ukuvikeleka kwenu, isithunzi senu sibonakala sisengozini yini kube ima sesingaqala sicabange ukusivala leso sikhungo.
And we also have covered the issue relating to the deregistration and closing of such facilities under Section 18A of this amendment bill.
Kuso futhi lesi sichibiyelo esikhuluma ngaso somthetho sivivinyo ngaphansi kwesigaba 18 siye sabheka ukuthi ezinye zezikhungo singase sizisuse ekubhalisweni uma bezibhalisiwe zingabe zisabhaliswa ukuthi zibe emthethweni ngakho kulesigaba sixoxa ngalokho kanye ke.
This assists us in terms of dealing with providers. I know that one lady this morning also indicated that it's not everybody who is in this space that truly cares about our older persons.
Lokhu kwenza sikwazi ukubhekana ngqo nabahlinzeki balezi zikhungo ngoba ngizwile kuseni uma kukhulunywa lapho khona umama oke wavela ukuthi abanye abantu abavule lezikhungo ngempela abavulanga ngenxa yothando lwabantu.
And where there is material contravention of this act by a community-based care or facility provider, we will utilize this section, which is Section 18A2, to deal with such a situation.
Uma sibona ke manje ukuthi isimo abantu baleso sikhungo benza izinto ezingqubuzana nalomthetho sizosebenzisa wona ke lomthetho okulesi sigatshana esiku 18.2 sikwazi ukubhekana nabo labo abangqubuzana noma bangathobeli umthetho obhaliwe.
We have also in that regard included penalties that we impose on such providers of services.
Kulesi sigatshana siphinde safaka nezijeziso ezonikezwa labo abaphula umthetho kulabo bahlinzeki balezo zikhungo.
And that will include providers that are responsible for community-based care and support service centers as well as residential care facilities.
Lapha kuhlanganisa zonke kungaba indawo okuhlala kuza abakhulile, kungaba izakhiwo ezakhelwe ukunakekela abantu abagugile, nabo bonke abantu abasebenza kulezo zikhungo ezithi zinakekela abantu abakhulile kuzosetshenziswa lo mthetho ukuze kubhekwane nabo.
Now there were concerns that were also elevated this morning relating to the heightening levels of abuse of older persons.
Kukhona futhi okuvelile namuhla ekseni okuxoxwa lapha ukuthi ngathi liyanda izinga lokuhlukumezeka kwabantu asebekhulile.
So under Section 1, where we have revisited definitions, we have also redefined abuse.
Ngaphansi kwesigaba 1 kulomthetho sivivinyo wethu siye sathi ukulichaza leli gama elithi ukuhlukumeza.
And we have, as a result, strengthened this definition and closed the gaps that we saw in this regard.
Ngakho leli gama siye sathi ukulelula lababanzi lavala onke ke amagebe okungenzeka abe khona.
So we are encouraging our older persons to report any experience of abuse.
Siyanicela siyanikhuthaza futhi ukuthi bikani noma ikuphi uhlobo lokuhlukunyezwa.
Because we are now saying we will not leave an older person without support once they experience abuse. They receive support from our social workers. They also do not go through the justice system alone. They have intermediaries who will walk this journey with them until their cases go through the justice system.
Sithi amacala enu enawo kuhlukunyezwa ngeke siniyeke nihambe nawo ninodwa. Sinosonhlala kahle lapha abazonisiza ukuwathatha lawo macala enu aqhubekisele phambili. Futhi sifuna ukunisiza ngisho seniwasa ezinkantolo ukuthi aqhubeke nalapho futhi aqhubeke nakekeleka phambili kuze kube ukuba aseyaphothulwa sizolokhu sinani.
And you also testify in camera during this period.
Futhi uma kuthiwa sekuxoxwa wona lolu daba siyonikeza nobufakazi obuvela kuma-camera njengobufakazi balokho kuhlukunyezwa.
And once the perpetrator has been brought to book, you then have a part of our legislative framework that compels the minister to establish a register of abuse.
Uma ke umhlukumezi sekucacile ngempela ukuthi nango lo mhlukumezi licala liyamlahla ngalokho akwenzile siyocela lapha kungqongqoshe ukuthi kube nengcenyana ethile yomthetho echazayo ukuthi loyo muntu asuswe angabe sabhaliswa.
And we cover all these issues under section 28 to 31 of this amendment bill.
Zonke ke le ndaba esikhuluma ngazo sikhuluma ngazo lapha ya esigabeni 28 ukuya ku 31 kulomthetho sivivinywa kwabantu asebekhulile.
So that register is a live register. We are training people across provinces and all the people that will support you during the court processes to make sure that they understand and they walk the journey with us.
Lokhu kubhalisa kuyinto ngempela ngokoqobo sibaqeqeshile laba bantu sibasize ukuthi banqale nani phansi baze bayophuma phezulu ezinkantolo belokhu benisiza ekubikeni lawo macala.
And I want to link that to Rule 1 of 2014.
Lokho ngifuna ukuhlanganisa nomthetho noma umthetho Rule 1 ka 2014
which belongs to SAPS,
okuwumthetho lona ongaphansi kwamaphoyisa,
which should ensure that all substations are older persons friendly.
Oqinisekisa ukuthi zonke izindawo noma izikhungo ezinabantu abadala kuyizikhungo ezibenza baphatheke kahle.
And we have Major General Hendricks in our midst who has confirmed to us that this rule is going to be strengthened and it will assist us in terms of addressing some of the concerns that our older persons raised relating to how they get treated at substations.
Sino jenene omaphoyisa lapha omkhulu umnumzana uHendricks ophakathi kwethu naye okufakazela ukuthi uzoqiniseka ukuthi abantu abadala bayasizwa kusetshenziswa lo mthetho bonke kulezo ikhungu abahlala kuzona.
Now there was also a matter that was being referred to relating to older persons being perceived as witches or referred to as such.
Kukhona futhi incwadi yafundwa ezwakale ikhuluma ngabantu asebekhulile ibabiza abanye ngokuthi abathakathi noma kukhulunywa kanjalo ngabo.
I want to indicate that we have noted the heightening levels of such situations where our older persons get abused and to a great extent also get killed in some of the provinces. So we have covered this under section 5.4 of this bill.
Sifuna ukuniqinisekisa ukuthi sikuzwile ngempela lokho ukuthi seyanda amacala abantu abadala abahlukunyezwayo behlukunyezwa ngaphansi kwalendaba yobuthakathi. Ngakho siyafuna ukuqinisekisa ukuthi kulomthetho sivivinyo omusha ngaphansi kwesigaba 5 le ndaba ifakiwe ke lapho.
And this, to support this initiative, we have had a series of engagements with our counterparts in provinces, where they also note the rising percentages of the abuse of older persons as a result of witchcraft accusations. And I also want to remind you that on the 21st, one cohort of older persons who get abused, specifically relating to such accusations, are those that suffer from Alzheimer and dementia. So the 21st is the International Day.
Sifuna ukuniqinisekisa futhi ukuthi njengoba sisebenza ndawonye asisebenzi sodwa kodwa sisebenza nabezifundazwe ekubhekaneni ukuthi abantu abahlukunyezwa ngenxa yalamacala okubandakanyeka noma ukunukwa ngobuthakathi labo bantu bayavikeleka. Ngifuna futhi ukunikhumbuza ukuthi umhla ka21 uvela njengosuku lapha abantu abaningi ababeyasolwa noma abanukwa ngobuthakathi abaningi babo basuke begula mhlambe bene Alzheimer noma idementia. Ngakho lolu suku la ngomhla ka21 lubungazwa ke kubantu abadala.
Now, the other issue that was raised was relating to responsibilities of older persons, where there was a proposal that was echoed to say older persons should be allowed to teach if they are able to teach or do that which they are able to still do in their current ages.
Elinye futhi udaba isihlongozo esizwakele esikhulunywa lapha ukuthi abantu abadala abanye mabavunyelwe phela bafundise ngoba basekhona bangafundisa bakwenze ngisho benelo minyaka yabo yobudala badlulisele ulwazi.
And this we have covered under section 7A.
Lolo daba silifakile lapha ya ngaphansi kwesigaba 7A,
where we talk about the responsibilities of older persons as well as their rights.
Sikhuluma futhi ngemthwalo esemahlombe noma izibopho zabantu abadala amalungelo abo achaziwe kulesi sigaba.
So the issue of the passing and mentoring and the passing of knowledge and mentoring of our young people is also covered there.
Yona futhi indaba yokudlulisela ulwazi kufundiswa isizukulwane esisha ikhona ayishiyanga ngaphandle kulesi sigaba.
Now I want to talk to something that was disturbing, raised by one older person earlier on as well.
Ngifuna futhi ukukhuluma ngenye indaba engiphathe kabi eyavezwa futhi ngomunye wasebekhulile khona lapha.
The providers of services, if there are some in our midst, I think it's important that we also consider some of the concerns that were raised by our older persons this morning, specifically relating to racial slurs as well as violation of their rights, because it's a very serious matter.
Siyacela ukuthi uma bekhona lapha phakathi kwethu abanye abanalezi zikhungo noma abahlinzeki bosizo kulezi zikhungo ezinakekela abadala ukuthi bayinake le ndaba ekeyavela ezwakele ukuthi kwezinye zalezi zikhungo kusetshenziswa amagama ngemahle, amagama enhlamba, amagama anganambitheki kodwa asetshenziswe kubantu asebekhulile.
So their rights must be respected, because older persons' rights are human rights too.
Amalungelo abantu asebekhulile kufanele ahlonishwe ngoba nabo banamalungelo njengabantu bonke, bangamalungelo abantu.
And on the issue of the offering of buildings to older persons and structures that they do not know whether they own or they don't own, I want to recommend that you connect with the social workers so that you can discuss this matter with them. It's important that you know whether the building has been offered to you as a donation or it has been rented, because how you manage that building going forward will definitely be different from if it is not owned or if it is not rented.
Indabeni yezikhungo ke kulabahlinzeki bezikhungo abaye bayiveza ukuthi baneyindawo abayisebenzisayo kodwa abazi noma ezabo noma kuzona ezabo. Siyacela ukuthi lolo daba nilithathe niluse kosonhlalakahle ngoba phela uma usebenzisa indawo ungazi ukuthi eyakho noma kuyona eyakho kwenza ungazi ukuthi usebenze kanjani kuyona nokuqhubeka futhi usebenze kuyaphambili kuxhomekile ekutheni le ndawo ngeyakho noma akuyona eyakho.
And if such buildings are donated, then you need to have all compliance certificates and ownership certificates or title deeds.
Uma lezo indawo kunikelwe ngazo kini kufanele ube nawo wonke amaphepha adingekayo njengamatayitela namaphepha obunikazi ukuze leyo ndawo uqiniseke ukuthi ngaphansi kwegama lakho.
I'm going to summarize issues that also entail concerns around housing problems, transfer of properties into the names of those that have not been authorized to do so by an older person.
Ngizothi nje ukunikeza amazwibela kancane ngikhe phezulu eindabeni yezindawo noma izakhiwo lezi ezidluliselwayo othola ukuthi sezidluliselwe zanikwa omunye umuntu noma zaba ngaphansi kwegama lomunye umuntu kodwa umuntu omdala ebengazi.
So I think it's important that we acknowledge the seriousness of the housing problem and land issues in Gauteng.
Masivume ukuthi lapha eGoli sinenkinga uma kuziwe endabeni yezindlu kanye nasendabeni yomhlaba.
Which are challenges also and impacting negatively on our older persons.
Okuyingqinamba evama ukubahlukumeza noma baphathe kabana abantu asebekhulile.
I want to request that the representative from the Housing Human Settlement Office raises her hand so that those critical issues that were elevated must be engaged with her before we leave here.
Ngizocela uma ekhona ongummeleli noma osebenza eminyangweni wezokuhlaliswa kwabantu ukuthi aphakamise isandla ngoba phela kaziwe ngoba leza indaba ezivelile kufanele na kanjani zibe nesixazululo ngakho abantu kufanele bamazi ukuze bakwazi ukuxoxa naye.
We have been informed and we have received a copy of a report from the Office of the Premier on a research that was conducted relating to the housing problem in Gauteng, which specifically speaks to older persons. And we have also been advised that this report is at an advanced stage of being approved in preparation for implementation.
Sitsheliwe noma sithole ikopi yombiko ovela ehhovisi likaNdunankulu. Lo mbiko ubhekene ngqo nendaba ethinta izindawo ikakhulukazi zabantu asebekhulile futhi sizwile ukuthi hayi usuzophothulwa usungasemaphethelweni ukuthi ugunyazwe bese ukwazi ukubhekana nalenkinga yokuthalakala kwezindawo kubantu asebekhulile.
So we hope that through this report a good number of concerns and challenges of housing impacting on older persons will be addressed.
Sithemba ukuthi ngalombiko inkinga eziningi ezivelile eziphathelene nani abantu asebekhulile zizoxazululeka.
Now on the question of whether older persons with disabilities are considered in this bill, my response is yes, they've been considered. If you go to section 25B, you will realize that we have covered all issues that pertain to older persons with disabilities and chronic illnesses.
Endabeni ke yokubuza ukuthi ingaba abantu abasebekhulile kodwa abakhubazekile babandakanyekile yini kulomthetho sivivinyo. Ngifuna ukuniqinisekisa ukuthi yebo lapha ya esigabeni 25B kukhulunywa ngabo nangezidingo zabo ke labantu asebekhulile kanye nalabo asebenezifo ezingamahlala khona.
Now there was also a question that was asked whether social workers can remove an older person without engaging with their families. Now, I need to indicate that social workers do not necessarily come in and remove an older person without engaging with the family or whoever lives with the older person at that particular point in time. They do engage, but when circumstances detect that the older person is not in a safe space, they have to remove the older person for their own safety and for their protection. Are we together? It is important because it is about your safety and your protection. We can. Okay.
ake ngene kule ndaba ke eyavela yokuthi ingabe usonhlala kahle unalo inilungelo lokuvela afike athathe umuntu omdala ngaphandle kokukhulumisana nomndeni wonke ngalolo daba. Mangisho ukuthi empeleni lokho akusiyona into evamile ukwenzeka futhi akakwazi ukwenza kanjalo ukuvela thathe. Kodwa ngaphansi kwezimo lapho kubonakala khona ukuthi impilo yalomuntu osekhulile isengozini khona ke angakwazi usonhlala kahle ukumthatha.
Now we have covered that under section 25A.
Leyo ndaba iyatholakala lapha ya engxenyeni 25A.
Now, the next question that was asked was about the opening of residential facilities by individuals. I want to indicate that we do not allow individuals to open residential facilities. We only allow juristic persons.
And enye futhi indaba eyavela eyokuthi umuntu angakwazi yini ukuvela avule nje indawo yakhe akube yiya isebenzisela ukunakekela sebekhulile. Cha, impendulo ithi cha ayikuvumeli lokho kodwa kuvunyelwe kuphela abantu abanegunya lokwenza lokho.
Now, on the issue of older persons and their relationship to young people,
endabeni yabantu asebekhulile nobudlelwane abanabo nabantu abasebasha,
we have noted the growing rift between older persons and young people.
siqaphelile ukuthi kuba khona igebe elikhulu manje liba khona phakathi kwabantu asebekhulile nabasebasha.
And it's important that I mention that we note this rift as a department and acknowledge the importance of strengthening the youth programs so that there is interconnection between the work, the programs that are being rendered for young people whom we know are currently troubled by the unemployment situation in the country.
Sikubonile ke njengohulumeni lokho lasalibona lelo gebe futhi sizama ukuthi manje asilungise kube khona ukubambisana nokuxhumana phakathi kwabo okuyizinselele eziba khona ezinye zazo ezibangwa ukungatholakali kwemisebenzi kwentsha esiphila kwayo.
And finally, on the issue of monitoring and evaluation of facilities,
bese ke endabeni yokuqapha kanye nokuhlaziya lezi indawo ke noma izikhungo,
we have strengthened monitoring and evaluation services to facilities of older persons under section 15 and section 22 of this bill.
Kusigaba 15 kanye no 32 yalomthetho sivivinyo siqinisile ke lokho sikubheka ukuthi lezo indawo ziyahlolwa ziyabhekwa futhi siqhubeka ukuthi zisaqhubeka yini ziyenza ngendlela elindelekile.
And in support of this section, we have also under section 33 emphasized the importance of compliance.
Kanti ke ukuze siqinise lokho lapha ya ku section noma kungxenye 33 siye sathi sibheke ukuthi kuba khona yini ukuthotshelwa komthetho.
And measures related to penalties are also included under this section 33.
Kwaphinde futhi khona lapha engxenyeni 33 kwabekwa nezinyathelo ezihlanganisa izijeziso noma inhlawulo.
And I think Honorable Mtetwa raised the issue of fake notes. I am of the view that SASSA would find a platform where they will then be able to engage with all providers of this service so that there is an understanding in terms of how to deal with this matter.
Ngicabanga ukuthi umhlonipheki umthetho uveze indaba yemali yomgunyathi ngakho ngicabanga ukuthi nayo ke abasasa bazoyifakela izibuko ukuze qiniseke ukuthi ilungiswa kanjani futhi igwemeka kanjani indaba yemali yomgunyathi.
Chairperson, I think I have come to the end of my response and I want to take this opportunity to thank you and all the honorable members as well as the very teams present here today, our Older Persons Forum and all structures of older persons present here today, all the various teams from various government departments for their commitment throughout this process of the public hearings in Gauteng. As we conclude, I also want to thank our member from SAPS, Brigadier Hendricks. Thank you very much for coming. I'm sure you have noted a lot of issues that have been elevated relating to substations, and we take it that
we will be working together as you re-look into Rule 1 of 2014 so that we strengthen this rule and ensure that there are improvements and that all substations become older persons friendly.
Ekuphetheni ngiyabonga kakhulu sihlalo ngithanda ukukubonga wena kanye nalo lonke ithimba lakho ngibonge bonke abakhona bebekhona lapha abayizinhlaka ezisizayo nezisebenzayo ngithanda futhi ukubonga nomholi nomphathi jikelele wamaphoyisa umnumzana uHendricks ngithemba ukuthi ubelalele uzwile izinkinga esibhekene nazo ngakho naye siyabonga ukuthi ukhona futhi siyethemba ukuthi uzolandelela ukuthi zonke indaba okukhulunywe ngazo lapha zilandelelwe futhi zilungiswe.
And I want to thank all our older persons for having been brave enough to come forward and speak to us with all honesty. Thank you so much.
Sithanda futhi ukubonga nani esenikhulile abaye baba nesibindi sokuza lapha nikhulume nikhiphe okusezifubeni zenu nikubeke kunjengoba kunjalo. Siyabonga kakhulu.
All right. Phansi ngohlukumezo labantu abadala phansi. Phezulu ngamalungelo abantu abadala phezulu. Thank you very much, Civil.
Sibonge kakhulu umama
Lo senior manager wase Orange Group.
The senior manager from Orange Group, I will not leave them.
With a pain. Mr. Hendricks.
Where is Mr. Hendricks from the SAPS? The one that was thanked a lot. Where is he? The one from SAPS?
Because labantu abadala bathi abayithandi lento mabefaka ama cases bafumaniswe ngathi ababambi kahle apha ekhandeni.
Because the elderly, they said they don't like this matter of being treated unfairly as if they have dementia.
Uyabona ke uhambile without sim acknowledge and simbonisa ukuthi baphilile abantu abadala and we want them ema police station bathathelwe ingqalelo i-cases zabo ziprioritize.
See, now he has left before we could even talk to him that the elderly people are fine. When they come to the police station to report their cases, they should be listened to.
All right. Uma ongo wabantu abadala uphakamise nalendaba ka-IGR. Uyabona lento ka-IGR intergovernmental relations i-critical kakhulu.
Kukhona umama ophakamise udaba lemnyango kahulumeni esebenzisanayo.
Sizayithatha nayo sihambise siyise phezulwanyana because we have discovered abantu abadala bayafuna ukwenza ezemithambo bayafuna ukudlala isport khona manje uchief director njengoba ethetha nge-21st banenyanga ezayo yabantu abadala where apho kuzawudlalwa i-games.
Because we have realized that the elder people, they want to be involved in sports because the chief director did mention the date of the 21st where they will commemorate them.
I hope Mr. Hendricks Lowo hambile get 21st, but the next month, that is October month.
Ngenyanga ka October, 21st.
Even if Chief Director Tagnamali, we know that month,
even if the chief director said we don't have money for that, but we know it's a month to remember the elderly.
Orange Farm, madota, and Bonguti Siyeke. Mr. Hendricks nimchelile ngama robot anganakekelwa.
The matter of Orange Farm, did you tell Mr. Hendricks about the robots that are not taken care of?
Makeze says.
The lady can come.
Orange Farm, angeke ndibuyeke.
I would not leave you for the people from Orange Farm.
To be followed up there.
Kuningi okumele kulandelelwe lapho.
Yoza ngaphambili usitshela ukuthi uzothini.
Please come in front so that you can tell us what will you do.
Over to you.
Sinikele intambo kuwena.
Hi, seemingly le orange farm often. Ma ingekho i-social worker edilishana nala area, asinikeze i-province, izicommite la ukuthi what is it that is going to happen laphaya? Because we need abantu abadala banakekele according to what we have presented.
It seems as if Orange Farm is an orphanage place, but we will give it to the province so that they can commit that what will they do to help the elderly.
Dumelang, Honorable Chairperson.
Sujonga kithi naba abantu bafuna orange farm ukuzo.
I want to greet first Chairperson.
Sanibonani, ngifuna ukubingelela usihlalo.
Okay. Members of the Portfolio Committee.
Amalungu ekomiti.
The members of Parliament.
Namalungu aseparlamente.
Members from the various forums that are here.
Nabantu abavele inhlanganweni ezihlukahlukene ezilapha.
From various NPOs that are also here.
Nama NPO akhona lapha.
Ngiyalidumedisa kaofela.
Ngiyanibingelela nonke, I greet you all.
Okay. With regards to the issue yase Orange Farm.
Mayelana nodaba lwase Orange Farm.
What we are going to do as a province, we have an official from the office of the Premier.
Esizokwenza njengesifunda ukuthi sinomuntu osimelele ovele ehhovisi likaNdunankulu
who's going to coordinate all government departments
ozoxhumana nayo zonke iminyango kahulumeni
in the province so that we can sit down and interrogate all the issues that have been mentioned here regarding Orange Farm.
Sizohlala phansi nayo ukuze sikwazi ukukhuluma ngazo zonke lezi ingqinamba okukhulunywe ngazo zase Orange Farm.
Okay, so it will be a multi-stakeholder engagement that we're going to do.
Ngakho kuzoba ukuxhumana kweminyango ehlukahlukene kahulumeni esizokwenza.
Lastly, it's about all the cases that you have referred to our social workers.
Okunye futhi kumayelana nawo wonke amaqala eniwatshele osonhlalakahle bethu.
They've got a list and we are going to be tracking progress on each and every case.
Banohlu ngakho sizobona inqubekela yawo wonke lamaqala eniwabikile.
Okay, ngiyabonga.
Thank you.
Uyabona ke thina kwa politiki ma ekhuluma ngalendlela. Siye sithi umcimbi uphethwe,
We as the politicians, when she speaks like that, we say we are on the ball.
Yabona ke umcimbi mase uphethwe ungaphathwa kuze kubuye uJesu.
When we start to have such a good meeting, we will have it until Jesus comes.
Mara, what we are going to do, sizohlala la entanyeni ka chief director ukuthi asinikeze update.
What we will do, we'll sit on the neck of the chief director to give us all the updates.
It might not be us abazalakini, but whoever is coming from the parliament nazi ukuthi uyasirepresenta sonke.
Ngenzeka kungabi yithi esibuyayo kinina, kodwa nazi ukuthi noma ubani ozobuya ezonitshela uyasimelela sonke.
From the parliament.
Ovela eparlament.
Siyabonga ke ngobantu abadala. Any volunteer who would like to thank all of us here, siyabona ukuthi asihambise whilst busy ukudla so that abantu abadala bangacollapse.
We would like to have someone who can come and thank us. We decided that we should give you food so that the elderly people do not collapse.
Umuntu ozizwayo a volunteer to thank all of us.
Noma ubani othandayo ongeza ezosibonga.
Ngoba sifikelele ekugcineni manje.
Because now we are at the end of our meeting.
Yeah? Oh, ngifuna umuntu ofuna ukusibulela.
I want someone who wants to thank us. You can come, sir.
Yabona wena uzophuma eTV usmilile, I know.
You will appear on TV smiling. You can thank us so that we can close the meeting.
xa besiqala apha siye sabulela ukuthi nibe khona.
When we started, we thanked you that you are here today.
Ngoku ngoba senisixelele yonke into ebenifuna uzosixelela yona nathi savumelana nani ngale migwaqo ngalo mgwaqo siseko.
Because you told us all you wanted for us to know about this bill.
Siyabulela kakhulu ubukho benu as a government, as provincial no local, bonke nje abantu abakhona apha siyanibulela kunento ezininzi nesifundise zona nesizifundayo.
Thank you for coming to us as local government and national government and educating us about the things that we need.
Sithi sibamba ngazibini enkosi enkosi enkosi.
We're saying thank you very much.
Alright, Baba siyabonga. Konje ke ngoba
Thank you,
kufanele
sir.
sifane sirapele hawufela
Because we all have to pray.
Abantu abadala already sebesidla ngoba kudala belala.
The elderly are already eating because they've been here for a long time.
Chairperson, ubuthini? Ubuthi ufuna ukuthini?
Chairperson, you wanted to say something?
Oh, sebongile. Sebongile ke bazali bam. Asicimele nje kancane abacimelayo abangacimeli. Alwaba ufefe lwenkosi yethu Kristu uthando lukaThixo ubudlelwane bomoya oyingcwele mabuphumule kuthi sonke ngokunangona phakade. Amen. Bathula abantu endlini. Amen nini? Hallelujah. Nisale kahle abantu abadala.